So, let's recap on what happened. It's been a little while since the last episode. So last we left you guys, you had escaped a fiery explosion with a hold filled with very antagonistic scientists. And you managed to negotiate your way through problems, sometimes physically, and made it to Palace Station. Along the way, Sloan received a mysterious message from her brother that just was a series of coordinates. And Pierce received a tip about a couple of Martians who had gone AWOL and may have been implicated in the Eros incident from an old mercenary company he worked with. And they were last seen at Palace Station. So, heading to Palace, you let the scientist lady in charge of the horrible experiments leave with her scientists. But Jata decided to do the right thing, or the wrong thing, or the Belter thing.
The morally ambiguous thing.
And reported their arrival to the local OPA crew, who are what were they called? Black Sky. No, was it Black Sky? No, it was I can't remember whom you do it. We'll just say it's the Black Sky for now.
It was Martin S. of Black Sky, and now I'm thinking about it. Ooh, Black Sky. Of all the OPA sects you could have sent me to, it was them. But okay.
Yeah. For those of you who know the Black Sky, they are, let's just say, not pacifists. Anywho, so last we left, as the doctor and her crew were leaving, they were being shadowed by a group of belters, one of which who stopped Cass and told them not to worry, that they would take care of the problem. So
shortly after I warned her that she was being followed.
Yeah. So we pick us up, Palace Station. Small asteroid spun up, mostly used for industrial purposes, and you have several it's a busy station, but you see this group of obvious scientists sticking out like a sore thumb, being shadowed by a bunch of what looks like armed belters, just casually following them around as you guys are standing in front of the ship. Like as they're walking away, Jata shows up, is walking back, and shows up to see you, Cass, in front of the dock.
The prodigal belter returns.
Oh yeah, Ratna, what's going on?
Well, we've offloaded our, let's say, cargo.
Uh-huh.
Now we just need to figure out what we're doing next.
Do you not know what we're doing next?
I'm not the captain.
We discussed this last time.
No,
We literally had a group discussion.
I know what we're doing next, but Jata is just being shirty as usual.
Oh yeah.
yes. And Cass is being similarly
Surly.
just standoffish.
Pierce is very, very interested in going to get to his contact. So
which is here.
It's just here. It's like, well, let's get down to business and make some motherfucking money. You know.
All right, let me get my stuff. I just step inside and grab my pistol and all that.
Are we all gonna go with Pierce? We should always have somebody at the ship, right?
So Pierce's contact was what exactly again?
He knows that there were two individuals and I'm terrible
Okay.
because I didn't write my own name, the names down. These 2 Martian individuals who were in the
They had a bounty that they wanted.
they had a bounty, yeah. And both of them were very high bounties, and they were last seen at Palace Station.
Right. So, did we decide to do? Because I know that we spoke about a mission. Was that the mission that we spoke about? Because I know that
I remember this because your character specifically, Jata, you had asked, should we actually do this because we work for Pepper Corp.
Oh yeah,
Or
Culpepper.
Culpepper.
Yeah, Culpepper gave us the go ahead.
Salt and Pepper Company.
Salt and pepper. Yeah.
When it comes to the boundaries, they really push it.
They push it real good. I was just thinking of that song, but no, we had discussed because you had asked that, and then like one of the things was that they may have been interested in these bounties in some capacity. So I think I left it to Pierce to contact Culpepper and make sure that and I think we got that back. Like
We got the go ahead. We got the go ahead. And so we were going to do that while we were here because it's likely that those people might be here.
Yeah,
and then we were going to go on to my brother's thing.
What Culpepper said was that they would like to, they would like to get essentially first option with these people, like when you guys catch them.
So we capture them, let Culpepper know before we turn them in, and Culpepper will then go, actually.
Yeah.
we would like them, not the
Wait. So they want us to capture them alive?
If possible.
Okay.
I imagine the Martians want them dead.
The bounty is dead or alive, but it's
okay.
We're talking big money, no whammies. Like, we're talking former Martian military who seem to have been implicated in this whole thing.
Yeah, so. And I think you told us it would I think you said something along the lines of it would put all of our, even with the spread out of the money, it would put all of us up 2 to 3 fortune points each.
Yes.
So yeah, it was considerable. So
yeah,
there we go. We kind of got it now.
All right.
Papa Cass needs a new pair of ostentatious pistols. Actually, so great.
My goodness. Okay.
So, what do you guys' plan?
I'll go with Pierce to talk to his contact. If anybody else wants to come along, that is also cool.
I can go because I'm good at talking to people.
I'll go because otherwise you'll screw things up again.
As of last mission, I'm good at intimidating people.
Yeah. Are you sticking out with the ship there, Drones?
You know what? I think I want to join.
Okay.
Join.
Lock the ship.
Lock the ship.
Well, yeah, we always lock the ship. There's never a not locked ship time.
So the whole party is going to go. So what Pierce does is he takes you guys through the station, through some areas, and those you non-belters, as you're getting closer to we're taking you some trams and stuff like that. But as you guys are getting closer to the station core, you're realizing that there's less and less gravity, and the hallways that you're traveling down have doors on every side. So you're starting to 0G float through these doorways. There's handles and stuff like that, but you're all disoriented. The only people who seem to be kind of totally normal to this is Jata and Pierce, because they grew up essentially in 0G. But there's doors everywhere. There's a door for a room here, there's a door for a room here, there's a door for a room here. Doors, like a hallway filled with doors on all the ceilings and the floors and the walls and everything. No matter how you orient yourself, you're always surrounded by doors as you're getting closer and closer towards the center of spin.
That's how Cass feels.
I'm actually going to ask you guys to give me I
think that's a Constitution check.
Well, no, it's a movement and stuff like that.
I would think dexterity.
Yeah, dexterity. Okay. Dexterity check. If you have specifically acrobatics, then yeah.
But if you have the natural belter ability, I assume you don't need to do that.
No, you don't need to worry about it. The belters don't need to worry about it.
So belters don't need to do anything.
Nope.
Awesome.
All right, Sloan, you take so Mark and Cass, you guys seem to have a pretty good like handle of things. But Sloan, you get disoriented and try to push yourself off like down the hallway, and miss like a handhold because you're kind of like looking one way or the other, and you just bump on your head. So take about 2. You take 2 points of fortune damage, or you'll take an injury.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Thunk.
Out of curiosity, can I
hard.
put 3 stunt points towards the churn?
I
sure.
did have some points.
We'll do that.
I had
Thank
two
you.
Well, I didn't need any, though. I don't get them.
I won't even ask about my 6 stunt points. I do some flippy shit.
Yeah. All right, and I have to make sure for the belters thing. Fairly certain because I don't think they really. You'll take the was it 2 points of fortune?
Yeah. So I'm down to 19.
So belters have an ability focus called free fall, which says maneuvering and moving while in free fall, usually in microgravity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a +2 to what they were doing.
Oh, so it's a plus. It's a bonus to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you would have to. So yeah, we go ahead and roll, but with a +2.
Okay.
I'll roll for. Okay.
Seems pretty good.
Toss like I am so good at this.
I rolled a 19. Wow. Like it's pretty good, I would say.
Yeah.
It's decent, I
No
guess.
stunt points though.
+2, right? Or no, it's automatically.
Yes. +2.
Yeah, we'll do it automatically if you just click on free fall.
He does fine too. So eventually Pierce leads you guys to the to a small door. It looks like it's kind of rusted over, and he bangs on it. He's like, "Hey, Jimmy, open the door." And after a few you hear some like rustling of cans and other things, and the door opens up, and you see a guy who's kind of floating. He looks really, really emaciated. The rest of you guys, he looks like a man who's been stretched out. Like his arms are just a little bit longer than you're used to. His legs are just a little. He looks wrong, right? Just a little bit wrong. And he seems like longer and like
even for a belter.
skinnier, even for a belter.
Okay.
And he looks at Pierce and looks at the rest of you and goes, "Oh yeah, Bertolotta? What'd you bring me this time?" And Pierce like, enough of that shit. I'm here because I need these people. And he kind of pulls out the note that he wrote and kind of hands it to them. Yeah, looks at him and goes, never heard of them. Seriously? Yeah, no, never heard. No, not two Martian? No Martians on Palace Station. No, never seen the Martians on Palace Station.
I turn conspicuously towards Mark and Sloan.
I return the look like I give the same look I just did when Paul first spoke as that character, which was.
Yeah, Pierce like just gestures back there. He says, "Could you look again?" And he goes, 2 men. And he closes the door again. You hear some like other like cans hitting and him swearing and cursing, like motherfucker, this and that and the other thing. And then eventually you can kind of hear some faint tapping of the keyboards in the background. A little bit more, a little bit longer. Yeah. And then after about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, you hear the kind of rustling again. Door opens. He floats out and he goes, "They were last seen at this dock about 2 days ago." You want to talk to anybody else? Talk to go pull up the flight log yourself.
Which dock?
He hands kind of like a picture of the two Martians to you, Jata. It looks like it's the dock you guys left from, or you guys are docked in. And the timestamp reads about 2 days prior.
Aha.
Awesome.
Do you show this picture to anybody else? Because it's just a bunch of other people in that picture, but just them as well as a bunch of other people kind of moving boxes into a hangar bay.
All right. I mean, do I show it to anybody else? I show it
Yeah.
to the rest of the party. I mean, like, this is everybody else's job as much as it is mine. Wait, but before I do, you said that there are other people on the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize anybody else in that picture?
No. You
okay.
don't.
Junk to me. I give it to the captain, to Sloan.
Sloan,
Okay.
you recognize 4 people in that picture.
Okay.
All of them are friends from your hometown, and one of them looks like your brother.
Like okay, which brother though? Military brother
Brick.
or trader? Oh, okay, Brick. Okay.
Yeah, military brother was Gun, right?
Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner, and then Brick. Yeah.
Okay, let me write this down. So, picture, recognize 4 people, including brother. What are the other people? Are they like friends of ours growing up? Or
Yeah, they're friends of your brothers from back in the day. One of them was, was in the Navy for a bit, and then you didn't caught him since then. And then the other 2 were girls who used to hang out with your brother throughout like school kind of thing.
Okay, so my brother, a dude, and 2 girls. Okay. And and so these are the targets. 2 people in this are the targets.
Yeah, they're 2 of the targets you recognize. You've seen pictures of them. I think Jata and Pierce are able to bring up, and Cass are able to bring up. They obviously in their wanted pictures, they're helping moving big cargo crates into this freighter that's docked at this same dock you guys are docked at.
Do I notice any recognition on Sloan's face?
Give me. Are you trying to hide anything, Sloan? Or are you gonna be shocked? Would she be like, "What?"
She'll definitely have a like this. She'll kind of look at it and then she'll be like, just a little widening of the eyes for just a second. But she's not gonna tell anybody, obviously, right at this moment, especially in company of somebody they don't know so well.
So you probably all would have noticed that kind of expression on her face when she does that. But the belter.
I mean, I am Martian. I mean, like...
the longer kind of like belter Jimmy looks at it and goes, all right, Pierce, you pay money, and Pierce's like, yeah, whatever, and he kind of swipes him some money and says, lay off the beer, and Jimmy goes, only when you're dead, Pierce, and then closes the door, and then you hear more cans shattering, rattling, and him cursing before settling down. Pierce looks back.
I do have a quick question. That the wanted people, like, is my brother one of them?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Pierce looks back at you and goes, he's all right. He's just, he's a little drunk most of the time.
A little.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Hides flask.
Yeah, he says that's my contact on Palace. That's who I know.
All right. Well, I think you had a good idea regarding pulling the flight logs. Sort of stuff is at least semi-public record, depending. So, as I slowly spin around, trying not to lose my lunch.
Yeah, Jata's like upside down, according to, like with you. just because Jata's normal like that. And same with Pierce. Pierce, so like they're both like upside down sideways compared to you guys.
It's a belter thing. You look better this way. Less ugly.
There's no up and down.
I mean, I'm not gonna argue that your face looks better upside down.
Thank you.
Such camaraderie.
I feel like that'd be a good a belter compliment. You look better upside down.
It sounds like a come on. Like,
Yeah.
a weird like negging come on.
That's a nice jacket. It'd look better upside down.
You want to do the upside down tango with me, baby? Oh, blessing Mormons be upon us.
So we noticed that that these people, well, at least I noticed that it was the place that we were docked at. Is there any way to find out who was docked there previously?
You'd probably have to go talk to air traffic control or any of the people who are keeping the flight logs, like where things are going and such.
Is there any of doing that without talking to them, like hacking or hacking?
You could try. You'd have to get access to the network, and then you'd have to hack into their systems and do so without getting caught.
Right. This station is run by OPA anyway, right?
Yeah.
Then I'll just go talk to somebody. Well, in fact, I guess I'll tell them that I'll turn to the team and I'll go, all right, so I don't know the people in that picture. Not a clue, but I do know that ship is exactly where we were parked. So we may as well go find out when they were parked and who it was. And then I turn to Sloan and I go, you look startled. Did you know anybody in that picture?
Where are we physically, Paul?
You guys are still in the hallway.
She's just kind of going to look around and say, we can discuss that in privacy, in the privacy of the ship.
Cool. I'm glad I floated all this way.
All right, you guys.
Yeah.
Where are you guys heading?
Cass is gonna start heading back down the hallway and
Okay.
just hope that somebody who knows their way around this place follows him.
Everyone, give me a dexterity check again.
Oh, Lord. Except Belters keep that one.
Oh, wow. Even better this time.
Jesus.
Damn, Jata. All right, no one bumps their head or hurts themselves. Everyone kind of is able to float down the
Can I
hallways
use
and
my
back to
stunt
us.
points to reduce the turn?
Holy shit, there are double sixes on this one, aren't there? How many stunt points do you have,
You may
Sloan?
have scared people away from the churn, Paul.
Okay, yep, you can do that for now.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll be right back, by the way.
Okay. So, you guys float back down, get into more and more gravity, take the tram, head back to the docks where it's, back to normal gravity again.
Yay.
And you guys head back to the ship, or where are you guys going?
So
Hanging out with everybody, so wherever you guys go.
last time I went to see the Black Sky people, they gave me a little coupon, right, for an item of my choice that gives me +1 to something. If I remember correctly.
It's essentially what did we say it was? It was
A free modifier.
free modifier. Yeah.
So
Like you can get one of your items upgraded.
right, I'm looking at item qualities. Is that what I'm supposed to be looking at? They're like
Yeah.
6.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I guess I'm gonna look for somewhere where I can go cash that in before we continue.
Okay. The rest of you guys going to the ship?
Cass is going to a bar, but
Okay.
that's normal.
You going back to the ship, drones or Mark?
Yeah.
Or- okay. So, so you go. They gave you directions, like instructions of where to go for this item quality kind of upgrade.
Right.
And So we go there. It's kind of like a dingy hole in the wall. It's just shooting things, but instead of shooting things, it's like shoot in thing.
Right.
Shoot, shoot and things, but not.
But not in. It's like an in. So it's like shoot in thing, and then like a separate s. So it's like shoot in thing is. It's dingy, kind of run down. You see some sparks, and you can smell some ozone coming from the inside. As you enter the door, or as you go through the door.
As I go in, I look at the sun and go, I get it, and then I keep going in.
And inside, there's weapons along the walls that are kind of like in cases. There is like a large central case, and it has a shattered Martian helmet and a UN, like a glove from a UN armor piece, both of which are kind of like have bloodstains on them and kind of cracks. And there's like a little sign there that says trophies from battle or something like that. It's very much a kind of like it's displayed as a I took this from the dead guys kind of thing situation.
Right.
And there's like a little table or a little like a counter, and you can see behind the counter it just opened. There's like a workshop in there. There are some gun that have been disassembled. Some other like armor pieces which are kind of hanging up. You see a guy with like a welding mask on, like welding goggles, like with a welding torch, kind of like welding something as you come in. You can see the bright plasma cutting torch, and as he comes in, he kind of stops it, puts it up, and goes, "Oh yeah, how can I help you, Bratna?"
Oh yeah, Bratna, nice display you got there. You do taxidermy too?
A few, but you know the Martians, they hard to taxidermy. They're so big.
You sick bastard. So so let me make this quick. I got this thing from a friend. It's for a weapon or something. I've come for a favored stunt.
Okay. What favorite stunt do you want to use?
So basically, I want to get I want a rifle that can reduce favored stunts by 1 for long burst. So it'll reduce it from 2 stun points to 1.
To 1 stun points. Yeah, so you can do long burst for 1 stun point. Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
He takes a look at your rifle and looks at it and goes, "It should be pretty easy. What do you say, boss man? About a day. Get it done for you.
A day?
Yep.
Can you do it faster?
I can, but it's gonna cost you. I can't do this for this. I mean, I get it, you're Bratna, brother of the belt, but we need. I just I got other thing I gotta do, and you can pay a little more. I can maybe get faster.
Come on, it's me, OPA.
So convincing.
Give me a like a.
It's me, Jita.
It's me, Jita. I kill the Inyas. Give me a communication, a bargaining, or a just a straight communication. One of the two.
All right, communication. It is.
It's me, your cousin. You want to go bowling? Come on.
He goes, all right. 2 hours. I'll give you in 2 hours.
Brother. All right, I'll see you in 2 hours.
He
Oh, yeah,
nods and good luck, Bratna.
Oh, you dang, Bratna.
And he starts working on it. He's basically what he's doing is he's kind of like basically make the trigger easier to pull. So like lighten the trigger a little bit so that it's easier to hold down the trigger for the long burst sort of situation. You see him start disassembling the weapon and start like modifying some of the aspects of it to make it easier.
Okay. As I walk out, I go, "Taki me louder," which means like thanks, brother. And then I walk back to the ship or float. I don't know what the gravity's like here.
It's low, but it's still pretty high. Like the docks are pretty good, but like Palace is so small that a lot of the interior, like a lot of the places just beyond the docks, are lower gravity to no gravity, which is one of the reasons why it's a very high. It's where like a lot of industry is, because it's easier to build large things in zero gravity because you don't have as much resistance. You don't need big mechs to move heavy equipment.
Okay.
So
then I proceed back to the ship with a microgravity spring to my step.
Spring to your step. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm light one gun, but I have my pistols, so I'm good.
So you go to a bar, Cass, and the second you go to the bar, there is a heavily tattooed man, OPA tats everything, who as you set up the bar, he goes, "What can I do for you, squat?"
Just give me something that'll make me forget that I'm on this damn asteroid.
"I can kill you. That'll make you forget pretty quick."
I come in here, I want to spend my money. I don't want to make any trouble.
That's fine. What do you want? You want something good? You want something shit?
Give me something that's fucking flammable, but won't kill me.
All right. Kind of pulls under the bar, starts pulling some stuff up. He starts pouring it, kind of looks at the glass, shakes it around a little bit, goes, and then pours it out, then goes, grabs another thing, pours it. He's like mixing something together, then puts it up, hands it to you, takes out a lighter, lights it, and it goes, poof, and then goes down. Good enough for you?
Absolutely. And I
try not to. He looks at you, and goes, "It's all right," and try not to die in my bar.
I'm getting real
paperwork.
mixed signals here, buddy.
I offer to kill you just outside the bar.
Fair enough. I pull up my hand terminal and swipe over twice the cost of the drink.
He nods and take a squat, and then goes back to helping other people. For those you don't know,
fire and slam it.
For those of you guys don't know, squat is a derogatory term for earth person that the OPA uses.
Because I'm a foot shorter than all of them.
Yes.
Story of my life.
So drones, you get a strange experience as you're heading back to the ship, because you and Sloan, I guess, is with you, and then going back to the ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say I need to insert myself at some point and say where I went to.
Were you going back to the ship, or?
Yeah, I'll go with Mark.
So you and Mark are heading back, and you guys see this strange thing. There's this kind of older guy, tall, lanky. He's just kind of. It's he's looking through one of the windows at your ship. Kind of, it's already dark. Goes. He's looking at it kind of upside, and he tries to go upside down and look at it. Goes. He's making all sorts of exaggerated motions as he's looking at things. As you guys approach.
I'm just gonna. Is he within
Yeah, he's right by the
range
entrance. Yeah.
Oh. I'm gonna kind of look at him and say, "Can I help you?"
He stops and turns around, really sudden. And goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. I like your ship."
Well, thank you. What's your name?
The name's Jeffrey. Jeffrey Zing.
Oh my god, this guy already sounds like a snake oil salesman.
Yep.
Well, Jeffrey, can we help
I'm
you?
just standing there listening to this. I'm not.
No, you're fine. This ship looks very familiar to me. Different paint, doesn't have a huge hole in it, but it looks very familiar. You didn't happen to pick it up at Sirius Station, did you?
Well, that's not really anybody else's concern but our own.
Oh, well. Just thought it would look familiar. He kind of keeps looking at it, goes back to looking at the ship in kind of weird ways. You see him at one point trying to climb the side to kind of get a better angle at it as he's doing things, but he tries to pull himself up on a makeshift handhold, and he slips and kind of tumbles down a little bit and continues to look.
Be careful. Don't hurt
Oh,
yourself.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I just trying to see if it is the same ship.
And
Same ship as what?
Oh, well, none of your business.
fair enough.
Says the guy looking at
Then
your
I guess
ship.
you'll never know. And I start to turn to walk away.
I don't want to enter the ship until he's at least somewhat away from the door because I don't want him to try to bum rush.
That's the look of Mark that says, "How?"
You don't want him to do what? We'd only be opening the outer door first. You never open both doors of the airlock coming out.
Oh yeah. I forget about
So,
airlocks, the way
yep.
those work.
Open the outer door. Let him rush in.
Open
With
the
those-
pod
That's
bay
just
door
a hand
valve.
terminal away from boom boom.
Yeah, and I step in with you, I guess, if we're going in.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to move towards the door.
Yeah,
There's good.
Before the door closes, if you ever want to find out if it's the same ship, let me know what the other ship was.
Goes, all right. Door closed. So,
Look at Mark, and I'm like, okay.
Cass, I'm assuming you're getting nice and drunk, or are you getting blasted?
I'm getting lightly toasted. Let me put it that way.
Lightly toasted. Give me a
Like the toaster's on setting 2.
Yeah. Let's give me a Constitution check.
Whee!
Unless you have tolerance.
I do not.
Okay.
11.
So you're feeling good. You're feeling nice and buzzed. You're at a good toasty state after one drink. It's pretty strong.
Perfect. Exactly the state I
Sloan.
wanted to be in before I stumbled back to the ship.
Jata, after maybe about 5 or 6 minutes of between when Sloan and Mark showed up, you're skipping back and you see this a really strange sight as you're walking in. You see this long, elongated kind of like belted looking guy with a suit on, a space suit. He's carrying his helmet, but he's kind of like looking at the ship a little bit different. He's kind of holding his his helmet, and then he sees you and goes, "Ah, eh," and then like waves and then walks off.
Oi, hola, get back here.
He stops and turns around, looks back, and says, "Miloda, how you doing?"
Don't be loud at me. What business do you have with this ship here?
Just looks familiar. That's all.
Takes a picture of him.
He kind of blinks a little bit and goes, "It looks familiar. That's all. It's a ship I knew back at Ceres."
And what should be that?
None of your business.
Try one more time.
None ya business. And then he just gets and walks away with his helmet in his hand.
All right, so I have his picture. I want to look him up. I want every detail about this guy.
Give me a communications check.
All
This
right.
is where you find out that the previous name of the
communications-
ship was none your business.
So I'm an expert hacker, which means that I can use a intellect technology check instead of a communications check for.
Okay. Then use
investigation.
the tech check.
All right.
Whee!
Okay, so you pull up his thing. You run some facial recognition software, kind of going through him. Are you just standing outside while you're doing this? Because he's just like walked off into the crowd.
I'm just there. Do I get his phone number or his hand terminal thing? I want to buzz his thing and say, "Turn back."
You get his hand terminal pretty easily. God, what did I call him? I know it was Zing. It was
You called him Jeffrey Zing.
Jeffrey Zing. Yeah, Jeffrey Zing. Jeffrey Zing is you buzz his hand terminal. You see him pick it up. You see him in the distance put up and goes, "Hello."
Turn around, you idiot.
Fuck you. Hangs up and then walks away.
All right. Okay.
Do you want to know anything else about him?
What business? Was he ever on series? What business does he have with this ship?
So, as best you can tell from your own information, he used to run a small Belter shipping company, like 20 years ago.
Okay.
And he had a couple of ships under his name. His name is on the lease or on the this purchase sold to Culpeper Corporation for the Helena, which is the ship that you guys got at the very beginning. The ship you have.
Oh, okay.
He was the guy who ran it into the asteroid.
Right. Okay. That seems innocuous enough. I just go. I text him back and go, "Fuck you too," and then.
Wow.
Oh, in fact, it's an audio message, so he has to pick it up, and then it goes, "Fuck you too."
So you
All right, I get back in the...
lightly toasted Cass. You see like Jata furiously like going through his hand terminal, like angrily texting somebody as you're walking in.
Like a hyper millennial, you know, like just like spurn me, will you? I'll burn you on social media.
Do you have a bad date or something?
We're gonna cancel him.
Oh man. All right, lightning fingers.
What do you
Cass
want?
just like Cass just walks past him.
You guys both go into the ship eventually.
Yeah.
Cursing under my breath as I go.
So what do you guys need to do? You guys know that they left at this dock. Go ahead.
When these guys walk in, I have to immediately turn and ask, "You guys didn't happen to, kill anyone on the way here, did you?"
No. Not
Only
yet.
some brain cells.
His odds were better than I thought.
Was that guy still outside the ship?
You mean that
you
lanky
mean
fella?
Jata?
No. No, yeah, the lanky guy. His name was like Jeffrey something.
Oh yeah.
I expected him to be dead by now.
I got his details right here. Jeffrey Zing, blah blah blah. I tell them all about like how he's the fellow who sold you guys. He's the fellow who sold this ship to Culpeper in the first place. That's about it. Just some random putts.
Interesting.
Would Jata say
Oh, wow.
putts? He just did. Some random putts. Yeah.
Well, at least we have his information in case it becomes a problem. Oh, by the way, where's Pierce? Is he back at the ship?
He's not back at the ship yet. After a few minutes of after they come in, he comes back in. He's got a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a phone number in the other.
Just the concept of a phone number.
Yes, the phone number. He's got a piece of paper with a number scratched out on it, and it's like, "Call me." And
Nice.
just he was literally walking and being like, "I have arrived," and the sledge has slain, and walks by, both in his hands.
The sledge looks hammered.
The
I have to do
sledge.
it. Hey, Sledge, you didn't kill anybody on the way.
He looks at you and stops. And
Because
goes,
I'm expecting one of them to have killed them.
He goes, "No, but I did slay at the bar. Got number and free booze."
I got offered to be killed.
Let me guess, not with your jokes though.
No.
No, with his junk.
Do I have
He
to
wrote
make the
that
Captain
number
Hammer
with
joke?
his junk.
Yes. So what's the plan?
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna kind of look at all of them and say, so one of you, I can't remember who specific, Jata, it was Jata. Jata, you asked me earlier if I recognize people in the photo.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
And
The suspense is killing me.
I pull the photo back out, and I just go through and say, this person, first I point out my brother and say, that's my brother. This person, and I go through and I just say, these are all friends of his when we were growing up. Like one was in the military for a bit. I can't remember every little detail you told me, but I give them essentially the little bits of details I know about them, just like general details, like, oh, him and my brother used to break their arm, jumping off of stuff, this, and then she, did this, and she did that kind of thing.
Yeah. So yeah, you get the basic idea that one of them was in the former military. The other two girls like to hang out with Brick in high school, kind of thing, kind of as a posse. And the two that are loading in, like you see in the picture, that are loading in the crates with with some like pallet jacks and stuff like that are the two who are wanted.
And is it like, I guess, one girl and the guy, or is it both of the
It's
girls?
one girl and a guy, and then there's
Okay.
the two girls are the two friends of Brick, and then there's another guy who was in the military who used to hang out with the same
Right.
crowd.
But Brick isn't one of them. That was the
No,
thing. So
he wasn't one of them.
And then I kind of elaborate, like, and I know that my brother is, of course, a trader. He does, he runs freight, as far as I know. These I'm not gonna confirm because I can't confirm, but they may be crew members of his.
okay. So problem solved then, right? Your brother, it's the same brother who sent you coordinates, right?
Yes. With
Why
no
don't we put two and
context.
two together and find out?
Well, first, I think because you did say aloud, like right out loud, he said, "Let's check the docking stuff."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Yeah, I want to do that,
so
but it almost seems like, yeah. Go on.
Let's confirm. Let's confirm the flight path and see if it links up with those coordinates in any capacity or goes near them.
All right. Well, this is an OPA station, so hey, Slayer, you want to come with? I can take Sledge. He's a belter. We can talk to these people.
Yeah, I'm a belter. Yeah, he is belter, but he does not exactly belt a lota.
I mean,
let me feed him first before you go.
Right.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need no food.
You're
I'm fine. I'm fine. I've got a sledgehammer. I've got guns.
Just.
I'm with my people. I'll be fine. Let's go. Jata. Let's go.
Right. Yolota can come as you can come as well if you want, but being so squat and all, you may not necessarily help the situation.
Yeah, exactly. So you two go. You just call us if you need anything. Keep us abreast of where what coordinates you are at on the station in case we need to respond to you quickly.
All right. I'll just wave you my my link again. You'll hear what I hear and all that.
Okay.
Send us a pin.
Yeah.
And then the map.
I'll narrowcast it to you. You can just watch the stream from my hand terminal.
Oh,
there we go.
Do you use Twitch?
Do you have Amazon Prime by chance?
Speaking of Amazon Prime, did you know that the season 4 of The Expanse is going to be live only on Amazon Prime on December 14th? And that when you get Amazon Prime, you can get Twitch Prime for free. I'm not going to shill. Yeah.
That's segue.
I mean, if you don't want them.
Give us them bits and them hits, baby. No, but and then in the meantime, when they start to kind of go to do that, I think a good use of my time might be to look into those people and see if I could find any information, like their social media or what they've been up to in the last few years since I last saw them. Like, just get some general sense of what's up with them.
Okay. So let's start with Jata and Pierce heading to the admin office. It's clearing out. It doesn't seem to be as busy. Either it's like between shifts or something like that. As are you heading back to the same admin office you were before?
Yeah, I assume it's the one, right? The Port Authority.
Yeah, the Port Authority. It's actually, there's like the line that you saw there before is gone. There's just almost nobody there. It actually looks like it's like some of the lights are turned off. It's kind of low. As you walk in, there's a different person behind there. Kind of lighter skinned, hair is kind of a mess, kind of like a big like rat's nest, as it were. Guy looks like he's 20-ish, something like that. He looks a combination of like frustrated and bored, as he's typing on something on a console, and he looks up to you, looks back down, looks up, and goes, "How can I help you?" He's very trying to enunciate all his words.
Is he a belter?
Yes.
Oh, you mean louder? Drop the act, man.
I had to deal with two fucking Inyas. No, my lord, I just...
Don't talk to me about Ines. Just don't talk to me about Ines. But drop the act. Milauda, me need some help. I need some help from you.
What do you need, brother?
It's official OPA business, man. Like, it's from the up and up. I need some information about who docked in the...
It's Dock 4.
Who docked in 14-4 2 days ago?
2. Kind of looks it up. Because it goes... no registration. Doesn't make any sense. He kind of goes through it and goes, there was a ship, freighter, no name listed, left maybe 2 days ago, heading towards Ceres. It looks like it's on its way to Ceres.
2 days ago, you say?
Maybe it has to do with OPA, but there's no name associated with the ship. There's just nothing.
Is there anything else you can get me on this? Any names at all? People,
pulls it up.
camcorder recordings or whatever they call them.
He kind of pulls it up and looks it up and goes, yeah, I've got some footage, security footage. He kind of like throws some security footage towards you. It's nothing privacy or anything. It's just, stuff we have records of. And this looks like a man by the name of Brick. Just Brick. No last name. Brick. I think it's a fake name. Who the fuck names that kid Brick?
Sounds like a fake name to me.
Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it's got to do with OPA business. But this guy looks... He kind of holds a picture upside down. Guess he might be Martian. Could be OPA. From the looks at him.
Nah, that matters not, man. What were they lifting? What were they moving?
It says bananas.
Exploding bananas?
I don't know. But it says bananas. Who the fuck did this? He's looking at it confused because he's like, this. None of this makes sense. What the fuck?
As he's looking and like typing, I realize that like I've lost the chain with him there, so I just go Taki Bratna and I walk off. Wait, does Sledge want to ask him anything?
Sledge kind of leans over at him, looks at him, and goes, Bratna, very terribly, and goes,
oh god, of course he's drunk.
Goes,
also, Brick sounds like a face name, the man says to Jata and his friend Sledge.
Goes, What can you tell me about this? And he kind of hands him or flicks him from his hand terminal to the other guy. He kind of pulls up his terminal and goes, "What do you want to know about this?" He goes, "It's a personal thing. Just help a brother out in this one. All right, belter to belter, you know." Oh yeah. He goes through it and flips it back to him. And goes, "That's what we have." And pulls it up and goes, "Thank you." And puts it away. We're good now.
All right. Well, that was completely useless. We head back to the ship.
Mm.
I drag Sledge by his leash to the ship.
By his leash.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You grab
All
him
right.
by the sledge.
All right, so Sloan, you're doing some research on this guy. Give me some communications.
Okay. Where is my character sheet? There it is.
Investigation.
Yeah, I don't have investigation, so that I know of. Let me
Then just
check.
use your communication check.
Do you have improvisation as a talent?
Yeah, I do actually.
Then you don't need. You don't need investigation. You can just do it.
Yeah.
You just can't generate stunt points.
Yeah.
Or you take the bonuses from it. So it basically gives you would roll the same thing communication, but the DC might be lower. Or you can do something that you wouldn't normally be able to do.
Okay. Just gonna roll that.
Okay. So what are you looking for? You're looking for the other.
Yeah, I'm looking for information on that girl and that guy that are actually wanted, and kind of just see if there's like any social, like any general information about what they've been up to in the following years since I saw.
The girl was a lieutenant in the Martian Navy. The guy is a staff sergeant in the Martian Navy. Both of which have been reported AWOL. Their social media accounts, any kind of social media account they had, has been closed.
Okay.
And they were apparently something about they were being caught smuggling or stealing something from Martian Navy, possibly giving it to the perpetrators of the Eros incident.
Oh no. She's just kind of like, oh god. Like, there's part of her that's just kind of wondering, like, if her brother has something to do with the Eros incident. Okay.
For those of you guys at home, again, the Eros incident hasn't been declassified. The only thing that people know is that Eros almost slammed into Earth and then decided to slam into Venus. It just suddenly moved on its own. There's been accusations that the Martians had some sort of secret weapons they were testing on it. The Martians claim that the Earth was also testing secret weapons. It was an Earth-based secret weapon. Some people claim it was an OPA experiment gone wrong. It's all kind of Cold War stuff.
It clearly had nothing to do with the Martians.
Yeah, she's just sitting there going, okay, were they part of the Eros incident? Are they like, in her mind she's thinking, are they basically like, did they have something to do with it, or is this just like the story according to the Martian government? So yeah, she's gonna relay that to Mark and whoever else is there that isn't super drunk.
I'm not super drunk. I'm lightly toasted. Do my best police work when I'm lightly buzzed.
She's gonna like kind of sort of, hey guys, come here, and show them this information.
Okay.
Well,
So you guys get to see all of this information.
alrighty then.
How long ago was Eros incident in relation to the game?
About 6 months ago.
Okay, thank you.
Jatal's not there yet, is he?
No, John is still. This is when Chata and Pierce were heading out.
Yeah,
Right.
this was the meanwhile while you guys did that.
Meanwhile,
Can you guys everyone give me a hearing check, by the way. Just a perception check, unless you have hearing.
okay, perception.
You can also use intuition if you have it.
I do have intuition. Okay.
So 14,
15.
16, and 15.
Okay, so everyone but Sloan. Mark, you hear this silent beep, 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 beep coming from the one of the consoles. And Cass, you don't hear it, but you do feel like something's off. Like you can sense that something's not right. And you're sensing that like the sound and like has changed a little bit, but not fully picking up on the sound. So you like both kind of like, what the fuck is going on? As you're looking at all the information that she's brought up.
But I haven't said aloud. I just waved them over and showed it to them.
Oh, you said it. Yeah, you waved it over, showed it to him, and then as you waved it over, that you hear that. So Mark, you turn, you see the there's like a little like one of the panels is beeping.
A panel on our ship.
Mm-hmm.
So, first off,
What is going on here?
turn before
Sorry.
we go too far.
I couldn't hear you. You broke up there.
Oh, I just said, what is going on here? That's all I said.
No. For Mark.
No, I was saying, can I put 3 of those stunt points towards the churn?
Towards the turn. Yes.
While we're talking about beeping lights and shit. So I walk over to the panel and I'm like, guys.
What?
You want to check out the panel?
Yeah.
Cass just like positions like a console between himself and the panel.
So
Sloan just looks up, going like, "What are you guys talking about?"
What you got over there?
Mark, you notice there's an alert of a decompression alarm that's going off from an area between on the outer halls and the inner halls that seems to have had a breach. It's nothing serious, so it hasn't caused like multiple alarms, but it's definitely happening, and it also looks like when you're investigating it, a bunch of the alarms were turned off before they could activate it around the bridge. No, I'm sorry, around the cargo bay.
Guys, I think there's a breach in the cargo bay. We're probably being boarded right now.
All right then, suit up and get a weapon.
Okay.
As soon as they're off the bridge, I'm sealing the bridge.
There you go.
So Sloan and Cass, you guys are going down to the cargo bay?
Yeah, definitely after suiting up, just in case something.
I am also closing the exterior and opening the interior doors of the airlock and activating the turrets.
Okay.
I take my gun.
In case they happen to try and go through that deck.
You guys go down to the cargo bay?
Mark, send a message to the other two.
Yep, and I hand terminal.
So Jata, you get this message on your hand terminal. It says,
Good
"Get back
breach.
here now. There's a
Double
breach."
time it.
Sledge and you start running there. But by the time you guys get your stuff on and you're heading down to the cargo bay, Mark, you're noticing that the breach has widened enough for about a person might be able to get to sneak through, but it doesn't seem to have widened any further than that.
And
Well,
let
immediately
everybody know
going,
through their
"Fucking Jeffrey."
terminals. The 2 things. Reminder: there's no atmosphere in there because it's breached.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Second thing is there's probably somebody coming in.
Yeah. That's why we got suited up.
And then you also start noticing that the inner hull warnings of a breach that's widening slowly on the like inner hull of the cargo bay. As you guys get to the cargo bay, you notice that there's like a small little spark flame that looks like it's cutting into the side of the ship right by a bunch of boxes nearby. You're watching it as it's kind of like slowly being moved open. It's almost like it's like creating like a big hole kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
Remember, you guys are also in somewhat 0G. Well, no, it's your dock, so you guys have some spin gravity, but it's low G. So.
Okay. Is there something like? Well, I guess I can use like my shotgun or something. I'm gonna smack the butt of the shotgun against the door or against that spot.
If as she goes to, I like put my hand up against it and I hold up a kilo pistol. because it's armor piercing.
You put your hand up against. So you're gonna let her.
I try to
stop her.
I like stop her.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're stopping me, I stop.
Yep. And I just like step next to it and put the armor piercing pistol next to the slit that's being cut in our ship.
Okay.
And then pull the trigger.
Give me a shot.
All right.
Shoot first, no questions asked.
No, I'm not. No questions are being asked. God, how did I can't remember how to attack on this sheet. I can roll for damage, but
I'm on the bridge calculating how fast I need to punch it to knock everybody unconscious.
You're still docked. You're gonna to Palace Station.
Well, no, I would release the docking clamps and then punch it.
Don't you have to ask permission?
I'm not doing that. I'm calculating it.
16.
16. Okay. Give me damage.
All right. Roll for damage. 9.
9. Okay.
Yeah, fuck that person.
You give six. Okay.
That was a D5.
Is that 1d5? Oh. There we go. Okay, that's better. All right, so this cacophonous sound as this thing goes off in the bay, as it you hear it shoot, and then you hear it like plink through the metal, and you hear on the other side a very, you actually don't hear it because it's space, but you can feel thump, like a wet thump, and you can see like some of the areas that have already kind of been burned through, some like spray of like it looks like almost like gaseous liquid comes like splaying through some of these areas. It looks kind of like white, and then you hear a thump, 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 thump on the inside between the two halls, and finally it stops. It's almost like something's ping-ponging in between the two halls as it's going, and then you hear it stop, and silence.
I know what happened.
Ricochet.
Yeah, but there's that gap between our outer hull and our inner hull where this person theoretically would be, and it's ricocheting with them in the middle.
I'm pretty sure I hit whatever tank they had fueling something. So it's
from the way Paul described, I'm not there, but so I'm not gonna say anything. Okay.
So you guys, after this happens, as this is going on, Jata and Pierce show up. You've locked the doors outside, so Jata and Pierce are just kind of like, hello.
Well, I would let them in as soon as they arrive.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
And man trap style, where the inner door is closing, they get to come in. Then switches.
Okay.
all right. Also, while we're in,
And you guys will notice the turrets are down when you come through the airlock.
yeah,
So
seal the cargo bay and open the outer airlock. I want to see what the hell's in our hull.
All right, done.
All right, and I go out our outer airlock and start climbing around.
Okay. So you go out, start EVA climbing. Give me a dexterity check.
They're gonna miss you.
First, I wanted to ask real quick, cast and character. I want to say, do you want me to go with you, or do you want me to stay inside from the other side?
Hang out here just in case anything else tries to come through.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I figured you'd
and
say
while
that.
while this is happening, like Jata and from the main entrance, from the cargo ramp.
Mm-hmm. You're freezing up here. Hold on 1 second. So you're at the main entrance?
Yeah, I was asking. So as he's leaving, how is he leaving? Do we cross each other's paths?
I'm going out through the
cargo airlock. Yeah.
Yeah, the cargo airlock. You're coming in through the airlock on the central deck. because that's the one that's accessible from.
Yeah. So the main docking, if you look at if you look at the map, the main airlock is here. That's where you guys are coming in from, and the cargo airlock. Oh, let me try that.
Deck 4.
Deck
If you guys want to join them, you're going to need to suit up, and then we can depressurize all but the bridge, I guess, and you guys can go.
Oh, okay. I see the pinging now. So that's the main airlock.
That's the main airlock. You can come in and out. It's kind of like a person airlock, and then there's a cargo airlock down here.
Right. So Cass is leaving through the cargo airlock?
Yes, he's leaving through the cargo airlock to try to get in between the holes.
Yeah, because behind one of the crates in the cargo bay is where the guy was cutting through.
Yeah, he was kind of like over here.
So yeah, I got a 13 on my dexterity check.
Okay, so you're a little woozy in terms of trying to go EVA, but you're able to like hand over hand across the ship because it's designed to be EVA'd from, and you find the hole, which is freshly burned open in the side of your ship, God damn
it.
If you poke your head inside, you see a spacesuit that's just motionless, that's just floating in between the two holes. There's a bit of blood that's kind of like blobbling up and like orbiting around the body.
And I never met Mr. Zing, so I have no idea if that person.
Yeah.
So I just like get on, like I poke my head through and then I pull back and I get on comms and I go, intruder alarm. Also, the intruder's probably dead.
What do they look like?
Yeah, we need to identify who is
they look like a spacesuit.
Okay, well why don't you try to cart the body back into the ship so we can at least figure out who the hell this is.
All right.
And I'm gonna ask basically everybody on comm, like, should we report this?
Well, let's find out who we're reporting before we report.
Slide into the inner hull.
Okay. Give me.
That might be a 2 or 3 person job. So if you need help.
Oh, I was gonna say on the PAs, like I was gonna ask, where's the damage? Because he was like, welding into the ship.
Outside of Cargo Bay 1 and a little bit on the inner hull.
All right, so from the inside,
Cargo Bay 1, like we have more than one cargo.
From the inside, I go to the cargo bay to where Cass did the shot, and
which is where I am. Yeah.
Yeah,
and you're suited up already, right? You've got your spacesuit on because you have to have had your spacesuit on in order to get through there because it's depressurized.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I guess I panic. You mentioned like white fluid started coming out of that area. That's the juice. He wrecked the juice, right? The ship no longer has juice. How are the belters on this ship gonna leave now? So I'm like, what did you do?
Look, there was a problem. I solved it. Whether or not that created more problems is not my problem.
You disrupted.
Nice. About you guys, but I got my own stash of juice.
He does actually.
I'm okay.
All right, so give me a trying to think of what it would be. Give me a strength check. No, not strength. It would be. I think it'd be dexterity. Give me another dexterity check because now you got to pull him, this body in as well as your yourself out while not letting go and losing grip and everything like that.
Give me a body carrying check.
17.
So you've gotten the handle of this. You kind of figure out like, oh yeah, I can do this. So you pull in the body. You work it through the thing. You can't actually see the visor. There's a visor down on it, so you can't really see the face. And even if you pull the visor up, like you can see like the whole inside is completely frosted over. You pull the body inside the cargo lock and push it inside. Kind kind of like once it gets kind of towards the cargo lock, it kind of thumps as it hits the ground. You kind of push it into the through the airlock into the cargo bay, and kind of come into the cargo bay with it afterwards.
I point at the slit cut on the wall, like somebody fucking flex tape that.
Pierce,
have any experience repairing this?
You can try.
I would much rather have it done professionally.
Does
there
Mark
might
know
be other issues in there.
Well, I agree. I just want to pressurize the damn cargo bay.
I go, Mark, you might want to see this. Because you're the pilot. You know, right? And you have no idea what's happened. You don't know gas has just destroyed your baby. I guess the welding dude destroyed it. The affair.
Kill them all.
If we're not pressurizing the cargo bay,
You're muted.
Well, not yet.
If we're not pressurizing the cargo bay, I drag the guy up to the deck above.
Okay. Well, as you're dragging him up, you see a very woozy Pierce kind of like step through like the upper hatches, kind of coming back down in a suit. He's in a spacesuit. He kind of like kind of climbs up beside, like kind of goes beside you and picks out a pulls open a hatch on one of the walls, grabs something, and then starts like walking over to it and just starts sealing the hole while like humming to himself, just like.
He's so precious.
He's done. He goes, "It's what I did for my life. All right, before this, this is what I did." And then he kind of walks back upstairs, just humming. And he clicks over. You hear his voiceover. "Your hull's fixed. You can pressurize it again."
Was there anything else wrong behind the hull?
Nope.
Bro, I get on the thing.
No pipes, no leaks, no. I don't worry about firing up the engines and watching the ship.
There was a white liquid that came through the hull.
Probably oxygen. Or
we
propellant.
Should still double check it.
Well, especially given that he went ting 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 ting. I'm guessing propellant, but.
All right, so yeah, he's like, "That's fine." You need help carrying this guy?
I'm going to keep an eye on all the tank levels and watch for anything that's slowly going down.
All right.
Sure.
Nothing you can see.
I go to the body and I pull his helmet off and I check to see if it is this Jeffrey dude.
It is Jeffrey. It's Jeffrey's helmet.
What is he dead?
He's dead.
Because I was right, because I was thinking the guys are going to kill this guy. But I thought you guys were going to do it in the hallway.
We can talk about your premonition later.
Whereas I look at it and go,
"Do we need to?"
I have no idea who this is.
Yeah, even Pierce is like, "I have no idea who this guy is."
Pierce, this guy was looking. He was kind of climbing around and checking the ship out when Mark and I first walked back to the ship.
Oh.
So I say to Cass, this slimy Felota is the guy who sold this ship initially to Culpepper.
Do you think he was trying to steal it so he could sell
I
it
lean over and I like get close, like lean over the dead body. I'm like, no refunds.
Should we contact Culpepper to see what the hell they know about this guy?
I mean, whatever they know about him is probably less relevant now.
Well, obviously, but I want to know why the hell he was trying to get in. Again, my suspicion, wanting to steal the ship.
Did he not
one thing's for
enter
sure.
the ship in the first place?
Now that we know who he is, and he's dead, frankly, I don't think we need a corpse aboard the ship.
Well,
I agree. We should probably wait until we're away from the station to dump.
No, just go strap the body into one of the engines, and when I fire it up later, it'll be fine.
Not a bad idea.
I know. I just killed him. You're a sick fuck.
You know what, Mark? For a Martian, there's something not quite right with you, man.
Well,
trying
I mean,
to dispose of this thing.
He's destruction of the body instead of just dropping it somewhere. Because if it gets dropped somewhere, it could.
It'll just send it flying at a velocity nobody's ever going to find it.
While you guys are arguing over this, let's take a quick break while we figure out. It's time for you guys to get up, use your restrooms. You guys are watching us. We'll be back here in about 5 or so minutes. Hang out, talk with each other, discuss why was Jeffrey there? What was he doing? Will they burn his body in a giant funeral corpse, or will they just kick it out the airlock? Find out next time on The Expanse RPG. The spice must roll.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Alrighty, guys. So let's get back to this.
Do I look better?
Yes,
you look
amazing. You look amazing there, Mark. There we go. The entire time. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this into the podcast where like because it's a visual gag, people. Watch the YouTube for this.
I'm doing that.
I'm gonna be the only one right side up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I did the wrong thing. I did the wrong thing. I don't remember the difference.
What have I started?
To be fair, I was halfway through doing this before I saw you'd done it.
There we go.
It's great minds think alike.
And also ours. Careful, Natalia, you're gonna spill that coffee.
We're so dumb.
Oh. So, what are you, Beltalowda, gonna do with this this body?
I'm gonna go through his pockets for loose change. I don't know about the rest of it.
Yeah, okay. Let's search him for why the heck he was here.
All right, you have a hand terminal, and you have a pistol, and of course the torch he had in his hand, and a ruined spacesuit with an EVA pack.
All right, I take his hand terminal. I take out the memory partition and I plug it into my terminal in my room, and I try and find whatever I can out of it.
Okay. It's not encrypted. It's pretty easy. Most of this stuff is just him talking about bunch of failed things, like the company failed that he used to run, and there was a conversation back and forth between him and someone who just is named Steve in his context. You don't know where it's located, and Steve has seemed to have convinced Jeffrey that there was a cache of information that was left on the ship that was never accessible by the crew, and that information might be worth some money to the right people.
Okay. Well, I don't tell the rest of the crew this.
Damn you!
And I guess I stick my head out my door and go, found nothing. And then, so how do I? So what terminal is was being referred to exactly?
Terminal in the cargo bay.
Okay.
You remember that, I believe, was it Pierce? Yeah, it was Pierce. It wasn't you. Never mind. Yes,
I think Pierce shared the information about the history of this ship.
Yes, that he could find.
Right. Okay. Well, I guess for safety's sake, I put my EVA suit on. And I, as I'm walking past everybody else, still like fumbling over the body, I go, I'm gonna go check the wreck to see if everything's okay. I'll be back. Milodas.
Give me a deception check on that one. Communication.
Deception.
Is it just straight up deception? Yeah.
All right. And I rolled a 12 with stun points.
I think there are some stunts you could do.
Nailed it. I went ahead and rolled an intuition check.
Okay. So
just so that my personal intuition can come through and I can go.
Cass, cool. You go. You know something is up. He is super
he says
fidgety.
all that and he looks super shifty, and I just look at him and go, cool. Have fun.
Looking to see if there is a stunt I can use to throw him off the taste.
It would be infiltration or social stunts, general social stunts.
All right. I will use. I guess I will use hidden message. Your words convey a different message to one person than to everyone else who hears them. The character you choose is the only one who can decipher the meaning, and I'll use that on Cassidy as if it was my plan all along.
Yeah.
To which my response is still, cool.
Cool. So what do you guys do with the body? You guys have basically found another pistol on him, welding torch, a ruined spacesuit with an EVA pack, and his terminal was taken by Jata to go to kind of hack it. So.
All right. Well, if we're gonna shove him into the engine, I still think we should do it when station, because I don't want to be seen dragging a corpse around the outside of the ship any longer than I have to. I say we, since we're probably leaving here as soon as we get that outer hole patched up, I say we stash him in the med bay and then we bounce.
That seems like a plan to me.
It's a med bay, not a morgue.
It's all we've got.
But whatever. Whatever.
Do we have like body bags or something that we can at least put him in?
Probably.
Or better yet, I stash him in one of the cargo containers.
Oh, okay. I knew you were gonna go there.
So you toss him into a cargo container. Let's see.
Then once we're out of the cargo bay, I recommend evacuating the atmosphere again, just so that he doesn't start to rot.
How are you going to fix this, the outer ship hole?
Because only the inner has been repaired, right?
It's been patched,
to
not
the
repaired.
outer hull.
You know.
Yeah, we need to get the ship repaired now, pronto. And Pierce seems like he might be good at it, but at the same time, he doesn't seem like he might be great at it. So I agree with Mark from earlier.
He seems like he thinks he's good at it.
Yeah, get professionals to do it. So I don't know. I'm gonna kind of be like, hey, Mark, do you want to contact like some kind of repair people?
But really, more Belter Station, you might get better work if it's not a Martian asking for help.
That's a good idea. And Jata's still here, or did he leave?
Jata's
can't hear you.
Yeah. Give me Jata, give me a tech check for hacking. You're trying to access records, is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out whatever this Jeffrey guy was looking for in the tubes.
Okay.
Star Trek joke.
So,
the Jeffrey's tubes.
Hey.
Hey.
Got there.
Yeah.
All right. 15.
15. Okay. So you're able to access some files that are old files. So we're talking files that were 100 years old that were still in the ship. Back when this ship was called the Paylor. It was a UNN, you were able to find out it's a UNN escort vessel that went missing. Its last mission was to it was on pirate patrol, and it was missing towards an asteroid, which there's coordinates to it, but you don't recognize it. And inside these files, you also notice there's references to they kept referring to it as a faction of the OPA, but it's never specified, and this doesn't seem like 100-year-old. Like some of the files you're finding there seem more recent, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Like someone was using this like old UN encryption to hide information in there.
Right.
Mentions of last name that's kind of corrupted. It's just an IN is what it starts with, but it's also that this person, this IN person, is taking has been like essentially taking things from the ship as it was being transporting goods. That he would take some things. They would give him, IN would take his cut, and then they would move on, sort of thing.
Okay. I do have the cryptography intelligence focus, so if there's anything that's particularly encrypted, I could possibly do something about that.
Try that.
Try it, fool.
Hacky. All right, and 17. No stunts.
So you get the last name Inaros. That just say Inaros keeps taking this and this and this and this and this. That's all you see, though.
Okay. And how is this valuable? Like, like that dude like risked his life to get this information because apparently it's valuable to somebody.
You may not know. I mean, like the only thing is like everywhere where this Inaros guy would take his cut, they have a timestamp, a date, and a location of where he was taking his cut. It will also specify specific things. You're looking at materials, some weapons, some mostly just stuff that you would normally find for station repair or building, some like engine parts and fuel and stuff like that. So,
okay, I guess I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jata, can you help us contact some?
Wait. I wasn't doing anything.
No, I'm just asking, whatever. I'm just asking you if you can help us contact somebody that can on the station that can repair the hull and quickly. And
sure. I use my hand terminal and I contact Timmy, who is at the Port Authority, and say that we need some mechanics here stat to fix the ship. Something exploded in the cargo area. You know, the kid who was at the thing.
Something went
disheveled.
Pop. Something certainly did go pop.
And then I also say no questions asked at the end. NQA.
So sending enough to for the ship or for repairs.
Yeah, so I just rang Port Authority asking for help.
Okay. You get
They know me.
They get you a message back being like, no problem, Bratna, and that's it.
Okay. Why do they always reply with Bratna? Okay, I go back.
Ain't your Bratna guy?
Freaking Major Payne, I love that movie. I ain't your damn Bratna.
I guess I go back and reunite with everybody, and I think this particular mission or like a bit of stuff might be a bit too much just for me. So I guess I tell the rest of the crew what was going on there.
In the secret files.
Yeah. So I tell them, okay, while you're bumbling with the corpse over there, I found out why he was here. He was looking for information on the ship that you got. that you probably should have known about.
What he found was information on whether or not the
Whether or not the what?
The afterlife is real.
Yeah.
It's real enough for him right now. So I relay the information about the IN person, about this mysterious OPA faction, and the fact that the ship was discovered when the ship was a UNN ship essentially, and some guy was taking a cuts from somewhere or something, and this information was valuable.
All right.
Ring any bells? Do you care?
You recognize one of the names, Cass, from your time working with the UN, the Inaros character. His name came up in a couple of like emergency like flags back when you were working with UN security. OPA, cell, small minor one, somewhere in the belt 20, 30 years ago.
All right.
Nothing major.
Yeah. Well, nothing major, but we might have some or the UN might have some files on him. I'll put out a feeler to any contacts who might still be willing to talk to me.
All right. Well, apparently this information is what this guy over here gave his life for. So, it might be useful. Might have some credits. I don't know. I walk to my room.
As you guys are discussing, you notice there's like a little like indication that there's somebody at the door. And you guys can see in the cameras that there's like 2 or 3 people at the like front door with like suits on, kind of like waving towards the camera. They can see the camera, and they kind of lean towards the door and go, "We're repairing."
Retract the turrets before we open the door. Just saying, I do that.
Yep.
Okay, you open the door, let them in. They kind of walk by. They don't even kind of like say anything. 2 of them don't say anything. One guy just says, "We'll be down there. Anything else you need?"
While you're doing that,
somebody's watching them.
We patched the inner hull, but if you want to put a full seal on it, that'd be nice.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'll go down and kind of monitor them.
All right. So you guys
sit on top of the crate the guy's in the whole time they do it.
They're wearing suits the whole time. They work pretty quickly. It's not a huge issue. They work a patch up pretty easily. The guy kind of goes through the like 2 of the guys are on the outer hull working on it, and then the guy in the inner hull is kind of looking at it and kind of taps into his radio comms with you and goes, "Nothing really major here. It looks like some of your oxygen was ruptured. You're gonna have a hard time depressurizing and repressurizing this deck. And
can that be repaired?
Yeah, but it's gonna take a little bit longer. Like we'd have to pull it into dry dock, and it wouldn't be worth your time. Just know that you're gonna have to pull it into dry dock at some point and get it fixed.
Okay,
this is just one of the small things.
But it's like it's not. If we were going on a long journey, like it wouldn't be a big deal. For now,
as long as we're not planning on depressurizing in deep space.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do a lot of depressurizing this hull a lot. It could cause bigger ruptures down the line.
I think we should get it repaired.
Ask them if it'll kill us.
You hear all these voices in your ear.
Okay, well, thank you. We'll decide if we need to do dry dock here in a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, you're probably going to be fine. It's just a situation where it'll probably not do much, if anything. It doesn't look like it's a serious rupture.
Can you patch it for the temporary?
Yeah, whoever was here before patched it already. It's patched right now. The patch is just not going to hold like high pressures for long times.
Okay.
So you're gonna
just on this deck. It won't
just on
this
deck. Shouldn't, unless this is built differently than I rethink about. And that area where you've got that breach, it's going to be a little weaker, so try not to get hit by anything.
Okay, and if we were to like do dry dock, maybe we could get it reinforced again to the back.
Yeah, they'd have to cut that whole section off and then reinforce
and
it.
replace it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. Y'all were so helpful. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to tip them.
Okay. they thank you for the tip and head back out and head back in.
I mean,
It's
on
like
top
maybe
of obviously what we're paying.
Yeah, it's like 10-minute job. So it wasn't that bad. So
yeah.
Yeah. Now you guys still you did get all the information from the directions from the bike, because that's what you originally were going to do, Jata, right? Was get the flight plans.
The flight plans. Yeah, from the Port Authority. I went there already. It's been over an hour already. I guess I could go and get my gun back, but I feel like I've done a lot of lone Jata stuff already this session.
I'll just let you go get your gun back. We can just say you went and got your gun back in that time period. So, right. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I guess we can first convene again somewhere in the ship that's not the cargo bay. Maybe, okay, so first of all, I'm going to ask all of you, like, do you guys want to get that repaired now, or do you want to just wait and go do the stuff that we're about to go do?
I'd vote for repair.
So here's my argument against that. We know where those 2 Martians that have the bounty on them were. They were with Sloan's brother. We as a crew know your brother sent us some coordinates too, right?
Well, we don't know if they're with my brother, but it's very likely.
But they were with your brother.
Wait, I didn't get this information yet, did I?
So, actually...
Yeah, you saw that.
Yeah, on the picture.
Yeah, she showed the picture with her brother with them, but I have the extra information that the ship was registered to a brick.
That's him. That's my brother.
Do you know anything about bananas?
They're delicious.
Okay. All right. Well, apparently their ship was ferrying, but I don't know if it's like a family thing or like some kind of inside. Bananas were in their manifest. That's all I know.
Does that like ring any bells with me, Paul?
Yes. It used to be a code word for bullshit that you and your brothers used to use around your parents.
This shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Okay. So yeah, I tell them, I say, actually, yeah, bananas was kind of a code word between, like, it was like sort of me and my brother's way of saying bullshit without getting trouble in front of our parents for it.
How adorable.
Seems to me that maybe this brick person might be running the show when it comes to those 2 Martians we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, clearly now we can confirm essentially that they're his crew members. I actually found some information about them that I shared with Mark and Cass, and and then I'm just gonna like sort of show you guys. I'm gonna show everybody else, Pearson, Jata, about how they like. What was it? I just had it in my head and I lost it.
Lieutenant. One was lieutenant. One was a staff sergeant. Both Martian navies.
Both are AWOL from the Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were last seen, or they were seen that they might have connections with the Eros incident.
Yeah, and I kind of, I explained that to you guys that haven't heard it yet. So I start to say, I think that maybe so according to the Martian military, those 2 may be connected to the Eros incident, which in turn means that maybe my brother is connected.
So,
well, all I know is we have a set of coordinates from your brother.
Right.
We know that at least a few days ago, the Martians with the bounty on them were with your brother, and they're apparently on his ship. And we don't know if those coordinates have an expiration date. So,
yeah, he never sent back a message after he sent that. And
while I do agree that, flying this tin can into space with what amounts to duct tape over the outside of the hull isn't ideal, I think it's worth the risk.
And we also have a body in the cargo bay, and putting it in a dry dock is,
yeah,
there's going to be people nosing around and somebody's bound to find that body. We would need to get rid of the body before we got repaired.
One thing, Milada, and I don't normally ask this of people because, frankly, I don't care. But this is between us now and a lot of credits. Sloan, what is this brick person to you? Because if he stands in the way of us and the mission, are you going to be prepared to do what we need to do?
Well, he's my brother.
Ratna.
Bratna. He's my Bratna. I mean, I would prefer that we not hurt or kill my brother. Obviously.
Well,
You
one
see
thing I
how
will
that
say
could
is
complicate
the
things.
Yeah,
bounty's
but
not on her brother, so I'm okay with the not killing part. I can't make any promises.
maybe there's a
hurting.
way we can talk him into turning over his people. We just have to assess the situation as we get there. I mean, my brother sent those coordinates before any of this came up. So obviously he's expecting me to arrive at this place. Or at least respond, and like I responded to him asking when, and he never sent back. So I have no idea why he sent me those coordinates. This was before we had this little mission here, this little bounty mission. So
I mean,
knows?
chronologically, I mean, sorry, out of character. Chronologically, well, they left here 2 days ago, and I think we got your brother's message like yesterday or something, right?
Yeah.
So chronologically, it still adds up. They were here, and when he pinged the thing, right? It's still linked. Okay, in Jatai say, well, again, me don't care. I don't care. As long as we get the credits, as long as, you know, we're not going in for nothing, as long as we're not risking our lives in this, I kick the wall, boom, rust bucket. You know, like, as long as we're not going out to die for nothing, I don't care. But as long as you know what you're doing, I'll go.
Who knows? Depending on what those bananas are worth, we might get a counter.
it's true. And remember, we had Culpepper. Culpepper might be interested in these particular individuals.
Again, what if Culpepper are also interested in your brother? He is their captain.
Well, maybe I can negotiate between my brother and Culpepper. Maybe he can just start to work for them. Who knows? I can't do anything until I am literally able to talk to my brother and figure out what the hell's going on.
I hope you're right.
But at the very least, going into this, we have me, who is in relation to my brother, and whatever the hell he's doing. And I guarantee you, unless, like, I could never imagine my brother putting any kind of harm toward me. And if I told him not to put harm toward you guys, he would make sure that happens.
All right. I don't trust the Martian as far as I can throw them, but, you know, weak arms.
I mean,
But I mean,
it sounds like my brother's in this way more than I thought he was too. So let's also take the precaution that he could possibly just turn against me. Who knows? But I doubt he will.
if we're throwing them in 0G, then they'll remain in mode until an force action.
Yeah. So
what are you
These laws.
out from me?
Yeah. He said if you're
Okay.
throwing them in 0G, they'll remain in motion until something else stops them.
But with all that said, so I guess we are planning on just going and not repairing before we leave.
That's
there's
my
one
vote.
more thing.
Oh.
One more thing, and Chita, you might be best to look at this. So some of the alarms were disabled before that guy started trying to cut through our hull.
Okay, sure. Lead the way.
Show him the panel on the bridge where the alarms were not on until we noticed the one going off with the pressure change.
I should charge a fee for this. All right, so I...
You are.
It's called room and board.
It's really
right.
simple. You can just for time's sake, you're able to figure it out fairly easily that this guy had an override code of some kind that was still accessing the system.
Okay.
Because he used to own the ship.
And obviously, we want that gone.
I can try and use cryptography to try and change the code, or like do something like that, right?
Yep, go for it.
Blip, blip, blip.
Bleep, blop, bloop.
18.
Perfect.
Bleep, bloop.
Did I do the thing?
You did the thing. The thing was done.
Yes.
So,
Problem solved.
yep, pretty simple.
Perfect. Thank you.
The new override code is Donkey Ball.
That's an Expanse reference. All right. So, what do you guys? So, what is the final plan? You guys going to go out and rendezvous with the coordinates?
Yeah, unless anybody really wants us to repair. I know Mark that was kind of his vote, was to repair first, but again, we'd have to get rid of that
I'm
body.
annoyed, but I'll go with it.
Okay. Well, it's just the hull. I mean, it's just the cargo bay.
It's just the cargo bay until it's a giant hole in the side of the ship.
It's just the hull.
It's just a ticking time bomb that can kill us all, no problem.
What sort of spaceship needs a hull anyway? I think it's just holding us back.
So, what's the plan? You guys going to push off?
Yeah.
The less hull we have, the faster we can accelerate.
Hey, HP, don't you mean it's just holding us back?
Puns.
A pun.
Puns.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. We need to like request undock and all that bullshit stuff.
You probably do.
And I'm like, can I leave, please?
Yeah.
Gonna hail the space station.
So you guys gonna file a flight plan and everything?
What would be a flight plan that kind of crosses with that, so that way we can
just say we're going to Sirius Station because that's where they were going, right?
Right. It was between. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, we'll tell them where we're going, and we're traveling at half speed.
Okay. They
that way we buy us extra time to go out of our way.
You get a message back wishing you luck, and they say you can undock at any time.
Woo!
You guys ready?
Yep. I'm assuming you guys all are. You undock, you push off, you're moving towards the coordinates. It takes you about a day of travel, so you guys can like regain some of your lost points. I'm guessing at one point you guys are just going to push the corpse out of the back of the ship.
Or do the engine thing, like probably take a hard stop at some point and do the engine thing like Drum
Do we
said.
have
You don't have to stop, you just turn the engines off.
Yeah, Jatah's got some grenades left, so does Pierce.
You're not touching my grenades. This thing costs money.
Yeah, and Pierce is also just like, fuck you, and nope, these are my grenades.
All right.
For once, it's not me going for the grenades.
Oh, my equipment.
I say we push him out the main airlock and let the turrets take care of him.
Well, let's make sure we're off path if we do that.
And let the what?
The turrets.
Are you gonna chew them up with the PDCs?
No, just the ones in the airlock. Just push him out gently.
I mean, if we're going crazy, I've been itching to test out the torpedo launcher.
Oh right, we have a torpedo launcher.
Can we do like Spock from that movie and put him in the torpedo
from
case?
that movie?
Wow. I don't know you anymore, Buster.
Oh my God, Wrath of Khan, thank you.
You inners are so f***ed up.
There's not enough. Have a speech.
You don't have enough. There's not enough space to put a person's body in the unless you cut him up.
Oh no, I'm not doing that.
No,
y'all
no. That's a step too far.
So are you guys just gonna push him out the airlock and have the PDCs deal with them, or have the?
We're definitely pushing him out sans suit. The last thing we need is his beacon activating.
We really need to
and remove all identification from him, just in case somebody runs into the body.
Like his face.
Oh God. Oh God. All right, Dwight.
Still saying, you drop him in the engine bell, we fire it.
No, we just kick him out naked.
Strip him naked, kick him out. Okay. You guys kick him out, and then you guys go to. You guys continue on your way. Let me pull up the right stuff.
Oh. Oh man.
We are such awful people.
So.
But he started it.
The non-terrorists are the awful people here, apparently.
I'm just pragmatic.
So you notice a metallic body whose composition and shape isn't an asteroid as you get closer to it, but almost certainly a ship. It emits no transponder signal. However, its power emissions are essentially nil at this distance. Its drive isn't active, and it's likely even its reactor is shut down. It's adrift, a ghost ship floating in the belt.
Let's go home.
Well then.
Do we want to attempt contact, or do we want to just keep our guard up? Because this might be. Hopefully, this isn't a trap.
Zoink Scoob.
This is obviously a trap. There's literally the word trap written on the side of this ghost ship.
Is it the same? Can we identify the ship? Is it that same ship that was in that dock? That's my brother.
It's hard to tell because most of the docks cover up most of the visual, so you can't tell if it's the same ship or not.
We can't like compare the Polaroid to the ship itself. Okay.
Yeah.
Does it have bananas written?
There's no bananas, but you guys want to try to get closer and rendezvous with it?
I'm gonna leave that to Mark. He's the pilot.
Mark?
Yep. Let's do it.
So,
man.
She's gonna suit up.
It's a little. The ship is a little bigger than a large ship's boat, or like a drop ship. It's a little bigger than a drop ship. Probably a small modified freighter, about 30 meters long, about the same size as your ship. It clearly has a drive cone for an Epstein drive, and it also shows that it has a torpedo launcher and point defense cannons on it. So this is some sort of, very few ships have PDCs and torpedoes. So it's either military, security, or pirate ship.
Yar.
There's no registry name or related markings on the ship's hull. No active transponder signal. A lack of transponder could mean that it's damaged or offline, or it could be that it's an illegal modification to the ship's systems. Every ship is supposed to have a transponder code on it as a safety precaution to be able to track. So this one's, you're not even registering a transponder code. The lack of the registry markings suggests that this is probably a smuggler or a pirate.
Okay.
You are not seeing any heat readings from the ship, and other energy readings suggest the ship's reactor is totally shut down.
I'm gonna I'm gonna kind of look at everybody and say, do you think I should try contacting my brother again and see if he responds?
Either that or we send somebody with the torch to break in.
Yeah, let me try.
We do have a torch for breaking in.
Probably. I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Jita.
Oh, I must be cutting out because I just said something.
Oh yeah, you said and then it cut off.
Oh, I said, and that went so well for the last person who tried cutting into a ship.
You notice I didn't say I'll go do it, right?
Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and send her brother a message and just say, well, I'm waiting to hear from you.
We're waiting.
No response.
Dot meme.
You wait a couple minutes, no response. At this distance, he should have picked up and responded.
And then I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna send another message and say, I'm close.
Nothing.
Okay, so I wait like probably a total of like 5 to 10 minutes after all those. And
I mean, you're talking like essentially sending a text message to someone who's probably like across the street from you would be like that's the kind of delay you're looking at. It's almost instantaneous. He should definitely know that you're there.
I'm gonna look at the others and say he might be in trouble. He's not responding.
Are you two not on that app that people use to see what people's heart rates are in real time?
Can I?
No.
You know, maybe he sent that. Maybe he sent coordinates as like a distress message to me. I don't know. Maybe we need to just get in there because he's not responding, and now I'm getting worried.
Start moving us around towards their docking collar.
Yeah.
Can we hail? Like, could they receive a hail of any kind?
There's no response, even with the hails.
Okay.
Their transponders are busted too, right?
Well, we don't know exactly what's going on. We don't know if it's an illegal modification or if it's just damaged.
Be right back. It's happening, right? I ask Mark, is the ship Martian design?
Does it look Martian to me?
No, it looks Belter.
Okay.
No, it doesn't look Martian.
Pull it up on view screen, please.
Yeah, all of you have access to the cameras. You should also be able to see it.
I just wanted to say, pull it up on view screen, like.
You are the captain.
I know.
All right.
I'm very well aware of that.
He doesn't let us forget.
Well, I guess, yeah. We just gotta get in there somehow, see what we can do.
It stinks, Captain.
I agree. What do we want to plan? Who's gonna breach that ship? Who's gonna board that ship, and who's gonna stay? Obviously, Mark's staying. He's pilot.
Pierce stands up and goes, "Oh, it sounds like you need sledge," and kind of flexes a little bit.
That is, I don't oppose you on that, Pierce. However, do not attack anybody without at least like listening to me, because I may know people on the ship. So we may be able to talk through this situation if anybody's alive.
Okay.
Use sledge to open the door and somebody else to non-lethal attack.
Yeah,
I'm non-lethal with a sledge, as he says.
Yeah, okay. That's my only response is yeah, okay.
Jata, what do you want to do?
Let me guess. Just like that ship terminal a while back.
Okay, you wanted to break the steering wheel. I broke the steering wheel. What did you want? What do you expect?
Well, that you did a good job.
There.
You did a good job. Actually, I was the one who was like, "Don't do it." She's just going, you're fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Then she's gonna look at Jata and say, "Do you want to stay aboard here, or do you want to go over there?"
I can work remote. It might be for the best.
Hold
up, you froze.
Yeah.
You said and then froze.
I'll set up a narrowcast again through the hand terminals. That way, Mark and I can see everything. And if anything happens, well, it's been nice knowing you.
Mm-hmm. And I know Cass is AFK for a second, so we'll just let him decide what he's doing when he gets back. Yeah, and then she's gonna basically say to people who are going, like, we obviously need to suit up. There may we have no idea if there's if there's atmosphere in there. So she's I think she already suited up a few minutes ago, just in case, just to get ready. And so that means Pierce needs to, and again, Cass, I don't know what he wants to do. I'm assuming he probably will go with us, but he's Mr. Intimidation. He's always he's kind of a loose cannon for me.
I'll go with you.
I'll go with you.
Sorry, I'm assuming
Yeah,
I'm assuming Cass is going to come with you. So just keep it alive.
Just let me do the talking.
Okay.
If there is talking to be done. And
So
she's
the
gonna definitely equip pistol and shotgun.
Yeah.
And the stun baton. She has a stun baton, actually. That's non-lethal.
Pierce is going to be wearing his spacesuit, but also his medium armor and carrying a sledge. She's not going to bring a shotgun with him. So as you guys donk, you can force open the doors pretty easily. And Pierce just easily pries them open. And there's no oxygen atmosphere on the other side. There's just nothing comes out. You'd expect it if it was pressurized. So it's not pressurized. The ship is unpressurized.
Yeah, this is where Sloan starts to worry.
I'll move you guys to the right. To the right.
La la la. The black screen of ominousness.
I'm gonna
make it. Saying if that ship moves, I'm gonna miss you guys. Just
all right, so I'm gonna reveal.
That's a long map.
You guys are right about here.
As soon as they open the airlock, the non-lethal turret is going to get deployed.
Okay. I'm also going to pull you guys out.
I can actually pull myself out. Thank you.
I think you can pull your own icons out.
Yeah, I think so. You should.
How do you do that?
You just click your name on your character and just drag it. And it should pop up with your little icon.
Click my name where exactly? In the character sheet?
Yeah,
in the
list of character sheets, yeah. Which is the little, looks like a little newspaper at the very top, where you find those. On the right.
So I just drag the...
Yeah, just click by the name and yep, there you go.
Wait. I'm not supposed to be here.
Oh wait, not you.
Yeah, you can
well, you're going now.
You're on this mission now, sir.
That was a force ghost.
The ship's going all Event Horizon on us.
All right, and let me move this over to... So everything is in low light mode. As you guys enter, what you're entering is the mid decks. It looks like there's some repair benches and stuff like that, but it's pretty messy in this area.
Like chaotic messy, or just like shit was happening, or
shit was happening, but everything is floating around because it's 0G.
Right.
You guys you'll have to activate your boots if you guys want to be able to walk around in it.
Yeah, she's gonna do that.
It's clear that the interior of the ship is beyond the airlock is in vacuum. The interior is dark, save for some luminescent strips of emergency lighting. A dark shape looms off to the right as you enter, something drifting in microgravity just past your field of vision. Give me a dexterity check, everybody.
Okay. Dexterity check. Dang it. Where's my clicker? Okay, there it is.
What are we doing?
A dexterity check for people aboard.
I figured, Cass, you'd be with the boarding team.
Yep.
Yeah, give me a dexterity check.
And I did activate grab or whatever boots. You
Okay.
said it a second ago.
All right.
You guys, as you guys enter the inside, the shape is someone in a vac suit. Their feet still magnetically locked to the deck, but the faceplate of their suit is broken, with small shards floating weightlessly around their head. The person inside the suit is dead, but the vacuum conditions make it hard to tell for how long this person's been dead. They're just kind of like the wacky wailing, but kind of floating back and forth. They're like standing up in the 0G.
wacky waving inflatable flailing arm tube man?
Yes, that guy. But like
But
kind of
not as
dead.
fast.
But dead and just slowly moving around in zero G because her boots are still locked to the
More
plate.
like spooky sway guy.
Yeah.
You know, she's gonna have her pistol in her hand just in case for any other thing that might come out, but she's gonna go toward that body. Which I don't know which side, which part of the map that's on.
Oh, let me put it up there. I'll put up a.
You can just put a little dot or something.
Spooky, swaying, unidentified, flailing, dead man. There we go. Got
There
this.
we go.
Speaking of identify, GM, if they send me images of the people that they find, can I like check them on like line to see who they are? Or identify them?
Yeah. So, if you guys should have access to like the feeds, like video feeds from each other. So you're approaching Sloan.
Yeah, cautiously with obviously a pistol equipped.
Okay, it's not moving. As you get closer, you notice it's the one of the girls that you knew was one of the friends of your brother's. She's dead. Looks like something smashed her faceplate in, and then smashed her face because like her part of her face, like her nose looks like it was broken. Part of her eyes are missing, and part of her face is missing as well. Like something punched through her faceplate and knocked her.
Knocked her loose.
Yeah.
Was Sledge taking extracurricular trips?
But it just kind of goes.
Oh, there's the body. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna tell the other guys. Well, this is one of the people in the picture, but not one of the. It's not one of the bounties, right?
No.
Okay. Not a target, but definitely one of the people in the picture that was not a target. The other girl. I'm gonna just sort of let her be and come back toward the other two and say, so do we want to go down or up? Why don't we probably go up so we can see what's in the bridge.
Yeah, if we have any hope of getting the lights turned on, it's gonna be up.
Yeah, let's start heading up for the bridge.
Okay. So you're gonna head up.
Yeah.
I turn to Mark and go, nice and cozy up here, right?
Yep.
Oh my god.
If that's over the comms, then I get on my comms again. Stop cuddling, you two, and pay attention. We have a job.
Oh no! What's that behind you, Cass? Look out!
Why did our torpedo launcher just lock that ship?
For some reason cannot move him, so we'll keep that for now. So yeah, you guys are moving up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys will be moving up.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Trying to. There we go. I also have a radio.
Okay. I'm gonna move myself to the. Well, I guess I lost my. There it is.
Are you dead yet? You
Alright.
wish.
I know.
Oh my god.
So
Here.
these are double occupancy quarters set up for 12 people. You guys see that there are doors.
Over here. And here.
Here. Go. Better idea of like what you're looking at in terms of
So the
I have
doors.
no ability to move my character.
here.
Oh yeah, let me delete your character real quick.
That's
What you gotta do is you gotta.
Oh
no, Cass.
You got to do the select move. So at the very top left, you'll see like a little row of icons, and at the very top is like a cursor. Make sure you have select move. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on. It's not letting me.
For some reason, it's not letting me.
Drag your character in now.
Yeah, drag your character in through the character sheet.
Okay, character sheet. Like so. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it now. Woo!
Wee.
Wee! I'm gonna kind of look at. Oh, well, Pierce is a big boy.
He's getting a stretchy boy.
He's a lanky boy.
So, you have a couple of 4 major doors. You have these areas are all doors.
Okay.
I'm
gonna look at Cass and Pierce and say, do you guys think we should search this deck before continuing to the bridge?
Abso-fracking-lutely.
Okay, well, let's all go together door by door then.
You don't want to Scooby-Doo it?
All right, give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception.
Do.
Secrets.
Mark and I also do perception checks because we're watching on the monitors, or is it something we wouldn't be able to see?
You guys wouldn't be able to see it.
All right.
So you go going through all the doors, and all of them open pretty easily. And you're looking around. You guys see stuff floating around, unsecured pistols, uniforms, spacesuits, food. So if you're looking for anything specific, you can kind of grab those. And then one of the doors is locked. Try to grab it, and it's locked. It's not moving.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't have a way to unlock it, do we?
I mean,
especially with the ship powered down.
I have intelligence security. I don't know if that's relevant.
Well, I mean, with no power, it probably.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can just continue on at this point. We need to get to the bridge and see if we can activate power, and then maybe we can get in doors like that.
You do have a sledge-shaped skeleton key.
Sledge just starts spinning the sledge in his hand, going, I can open doors for you.
Well, I would be afraid that maybe somehow that door's pressurized, and if we open it, there may be people behind it. I don't want to like depressurize something on accident.
Where I lean in close to the door and I just go, tink, 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 tink.
No response.
Cool.
It's let's just say it's this door right here.
Okay. All right then. Well, I mean, do y'all want to open it? Do y'all just want to go to the bridge?
I think we continue to the bridge.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Well, let's trudge forward.
All right. You guys go up.
Trudge away.
Find this. Guys, it's the galley.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I don't have a Capri Sun straw, even if they have any.
Let's see what they have in the galley.
Foods.
Foods.
And dudes. Yeah. Foods and dudes.
I hope there are no dudes.
You actually do see another body is floating freely in this area. It's not attached to the ground. It's just floating freely. There's no suit on it. They were. It looks like they were They probably died of asphyxiation. They just look like they're like kind of, like this.
Like they ran out of
and
oxygen.
like they ran out of oxygen as they're floating. They weren't prepared for whatever happened.
Anybody recognizable in the group?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, Sloane's just getting increasingly like, she's not like freaking out, but she's just thinking, oh my god, I'm probably gonna find my brother dead.
I am spooked.
And no signs of like, other than that girl, like any kind of struggle, but that might have just been something slamming her in the face when stuff happened.
Yeah. I mean, remember, there is literally no power signs from this place.
Yeah.
This thing, and there's no damage on the outside of the ship. The ship was not attacked from the outside. It's just intact. Power is off. People are dead inside, but...
And all of this happened while it was at a full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's like wishing we had probably just gone immediately to that signal when we found it, or when we got it from him. The coordinates, I mean. You're kind of doing the exterior stuff.
Okay.
The edges.
All right. You guys want to go to the command deck?
Yeah.
Okay. So, go ahead and position yourselves up here. As you guys climb up the ladders, you notice there are two bodies, both with vac suits on, strapped into their seats, dead. You also notice that there's a machine of some kind. You recognize it. It looks very familiar to something you've seen Mark use to help drag things around. A drone is tumbling through Martian drone, tumbling through the command deck, just kind of floating. And as you guys pull up into the main deck, you see it start beeping, whirling up.
Yeah, she instantly aims.
And it goes after you.
And fires.
We are rolling for initiative.
Yup.
God damn it! This is what probably killed all of them. Roll for initiative. What was the thing with stunt points on initiative? Is it even if it doesn't even? It's not even.
I can generate stunt points on initiative because of one.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But that's it. Not.
Do you need Ta and I to roll initiative as well?
Yes, please do, just in case you guys want to come in.
Yep.
When you say come in, you mean like we can't do anything wirelessly, can we?
You can try to.
Well, not at the moment.
Well, not at the moment. Yeah.
Except
Okay.
watch.
All right, so we've got.
Oof, got a 10.
We've got Pierce. I'm guessing Chita's got a better dexterity than no, Pierce actually a pretty good one. So we've got Cass is first.
All right.
Then Mark. Then Pierce. Then Jata. Then Sloan.
Always last.
And somewhere in that, the drop.
Yeah,
You can always use stun points to increase your initiative.
I like having stunt points as my health.
Speaking of stunt points.
I mean, I did have 2 stunt points, but I think.
Can we grind down the churn a little?
So normally initiative checks don't actually. Stunt
Yeah,
point.
yeah. You have to have the ability, right? Yeah.
But like once the battle progresses or whatever.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Okay. If I I roll a hit and I get a stunt points on that, I can apply that to my initiative.
You can use the momentum one, yeah.
Yeah.
Mark was 11, so yeah. It goes Cass, then Drone, then Mark, then Pierce, then Jata, then Sloan. So, Cass, you're up first.
I am double checking, but I believe that my pistol talent allows me to draw in one action.
Yes, I believe so. Well, because drawing is a minor action, so you could draw and shoot, but you wouldn't be able to move.
But if I use a Kilo's pistol because it's a tracer, I can use the aim action. That's what I'm thinking of.
You're not moving though; like you're stuck there, because minor is moving minor.
I am aware. I was just trying to see if one of my things applied here. But that's fine. I don't care if I'm right there because I'm right next to the damn thing anyway. So I just open up on it.
All right, fire.
All right, I'm taking the aim action with the tracer. So this has an additional +1. Where are you? Submit. And da-da-da. All right, 13, and if that hits, I have a stunt point to spend.
Okay, and double check it. Let's go. You said you 13?
Yes.
Does not hit.
Okay.
It just blinks off its armor and hits into the one of the sides. And now it seems to just like its arm just kind of like fold out and like stuff starts popping out towards you, and it will take a gunfire at you because you fired at it first.
Love it.
$17 hit you?
A what number?
17?
Yes. Yes, it does.
It's also going to do a long burst because it's got guns.
It has guns.
So it's going to do it again, but it's at a -2, I believe, to hit.
All right.
Double check that so I can.
Well, I already hate this drone. No offense.
No, I get it.
We should have brought your drone with us.
Drone battle.
My drone would be no good for you.
Oh yeah, it's a carrier drone, not a fighting.
It is a disarmed drone.
-1. Okay, yeah. Minus.
I'm sure I'll be.
You're sure he'll be dead.
I mean, this is why I took the ability that gives me
the 16 hit
that
you?
many stunt points. Yes.
Okay.
Damn it!
It also still has stunt points.
Oh god.
Don't use them, DM. Don't use them. It's not very intelligent. It's just a drone.
I'm going to use the kill stunt point.
It's going to do it again because it's really good at this.
I don't think you can long burst more than once.
Is it more than once?
I'm double checking.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
thing's
immediately
OP.
check ammo capacity for check afterwards. So it's like 1d6, right, for that one?
And if you get a 6, you're out of ammo.
Nope. Okay. I'll just say that he's done for now. But he's also going to use. Overwatch. Your opponent suffers a -1 attack penalty per SP spent until your next turn. So you take a negative.
If he uses the rest
2.
of his stun points, that would be 3 because long burst costs 2.
3, yeah, 3 for Overwatch. You have -3 to attack. It's just
Cool.
It's got its gun in your face.
All right.
Let's do its damage now. Is
Oh, did I get my 2 fortune points back from it, like the other?
yeah, because of your long rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because it doesn't quantify it properly. So 13 damage.
There go half my stun points.
Oh.
Okay, hold on. It's not done yet because he hit you twice. This one he's actually gonna have the bonus too.
No.
Hey, right back.
Okay. 13 damage.
There go the rest of my stun points.
All right, now it is Marcus's turn. I'm guessing Marcus can't do anything, so we're gonna move to Pierce. Pierce is going to move. Well, he's going to. He can't do much, can he?
He did have a sledgehammer out, did he not?
He
did have a
does,
sledgehammer.
yeah.
So he'll move here, he'll move here and then smash at with the guy with the sledgehammer. Hits them with the sledgehammer.
Aim for an arm, break it off.
I still have some stun points left. I forgot about toughness.
Okay.
So that doesn't eat all of them up. Yeah, I have. My toughness is 5, so I still have 10 of my stun points.
Wait.
Not 10. Not stun. Fortune.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
God.
Oh,
break the arm
shit.
off. Break one of the arms off at least.
That's a
please.
20 and 6 stun points.
Yeah.
Disarm it. Disarm it.
Oh shit!
All right.
Okay, let's see what he could do.
He could do lethal blow, inflict an extra 2d6 damage on this attack for 5, and then maybe add.
He could break a weapon with that, which is you and your opponent make opposed melee attacks. If you win, you destroy your opponent's weapon, rendering it useless.
Yes, do that. Do that. Absolutely do that.
Or he could double team.
Yeah.
Where you can choose one ally to make an immediate attack on your target who must be within range and inside of the ally.
What's the range?
You could a lightning attack and get a second attack on it.
He's got 6 stun points, right?
Yeah, so he's going to lightning attack. He's going to vicious blow. And
Oh man, he is gonna kill it.
And double team. So he'll give
Jesus.
you. He's gonna as he slams into it. He's like, Cass, attack this thing. So
Shoot it again.
shoot it again.
All right, I am at a -3 to hit, so.
Okay, and then he's also going to do his damage. He has
he has to make a
attack
second
again.
attack.
He can make an attack second.
Please get another 20 with 6 stun points again. Just keep it rolling, buddy.
With 6 stun points, he could have even
And he
moved
misses.
you up to it too. Oh no.
So he misses for the second attack, but the first attack still does 1d6 damage additional.
Well,
to
he
his
vicious.
normal damage.
Because of vicious blow. Yeah.
Vicious blow.
I miss again. I do have a penalty to attack because it used Overwatch on me. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he does damage with the sledgehammer. Roll damage. No additional modifiers, but he has to do an additional damage, 1d6 damage to this thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll probably just have to roll that.
9 damage plus
6. Come on, give me that 6. Give me that full 15. Full 15, baby.
6.
Yes!
There it is.
Damage.
Nice.
No whammies, baby.
No, all whammies.
All the whammies. He hits it.
No whammies against us.
He kind of he like you chunk 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 as his like boots get come forward, and he rears back and he just slams it into the side, screaming, "Cass, hit it again!" And as he hits it, like bits fly off into the zero-G environment as this thing visibly moves, or visibly like trying to adjust itself with its little like onboard its onboard like maneuvering thrusters. Just so that would be okay. So it's gonna do this. Okay. Nope. So, with that, as he slashes it again, as he slams into it, it slams into the thing, breaking the case apart, and it just floats there, stuck to his hammer. As he pulls it back, it flings the drone back and bounces off the wall, and then just like is just slowly floating in with pieces shattered all around it. And as he does that, he kind of looks at his hammer, looks at Sloan, and goes, "Sorry, did you want me to wait for you to tell me to kill it?"
Not at all. I that was specifically for people that may have been alive. Mr. Sarcastic.
But whereas Cass is like patting himself down.
Everything hurts.
No, I used fortune, so I didn't actually get hit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it fired 2 bursts of automatic weaponry at my spacesuit.
And nothing.
Check yourself.
Yeah. Point blank.
Make sure your pressure levels are correct and
everything's good.
My suit pressure is correct, and my blood pressure is high.
Well, let's see what we can do. And she just immediately starts to go toward the bodies to look at who they are.
So, they're still strapped down in the acceleration couches. One is strapped down in the acceleration couch. The other one's floating freely. You look at them. They both have been shot multiple times.
Yeah,
like their suits have massive holes in them. One of them is the other girl, whom you know, and the other one is someone you've never seen. Not the girl, not the target. They're the two friends who were the two female friends of your brother. It's one of them was locked down. The one that was like floating like this, and the other one is strapped down in the chair. And then the one that's free floating, you don't recognize that one.
So I see her noticing the person that she doesn't recognize, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like through the feed.
Yeah.
I ask her to hold steady, so I can basically like I don't know, print screen and yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No, you don't notice anything. Oh, you're looking at their social media stuff like that.
Exactly, to see who they are.
It'll take you a bit for you because you got to connect to the systems, and then they got the light delay going back and that kind of stuff.
Could also search bodies later for identification, and of course the ship for any identification.
True.
Though if they're pirates, they may not have accurate identification. Yeah. So okay, just to clear up in my mind. Okay, there was a girl down below, right? And she was one of the girls in the picture, but not one of the targets of the bounty.
Yeah, she was one of the girls from the
And
picture,
it's-
but you knew, but was not the target. And this one's also not the target.
Oh, I thought it was a girl and a guy from the picture that were the targets.
Yeah, there's a girl and guy in their pictures from the target, but then there were two girls that you grew up with, that your brother grew up with, both of which you recognized from the picture, and both of those are dead, as far as you can tell.
Right, and I just thought that one of those girls was one of the bounty targets.
No.
Oh,
They were separate. So you knew 4 people, and then the 2 bounty targets you didn't recognize, but the other 4 were ones you had.
Okay, I got confused about that. Okay, I see. Okay, so yeah, I definitely gonna take the body that's floating, if I can kind of sort of like zhuzh it back down and activate like at least put them in a chair to get them still, like, and kind of put the straps on them, just so that later we can come back and secure this body as needed.
Okay.
And then I guess, I'm gonna look at the other 2 and be like, I guess we got to start this ship up or figure out what the hell's going on. See what we can find in this bridge. And
Sure.
And so, I'm not a pilot and things like that, so I probably wouldn't be super familiar with this kind of stuff, but I guess maybe Mark could sort of guide us through it via the comm links. Why do I see a drone moving below deck? You son of a bitch.
As you're talking about this, you look down through the crawl space, and you see another drone that's slowly moving towards you, and it seems to just be activated and noticing you, and it starts picking up its pace as it's flying up towards you guys.
Oh, another drone incoming. Can we get a surprise round on it?
Yeah, give me 1 shot.
Yes.
All right.
I'll just roll real quick. Does 15 hit?
15 does hit. 19 does hit. And he doesn't have Pierce doesn't have his gun, so he's just gonna wait for it. Go on with some damage.
Alrighty.
Oh, I'm clicking the wrong stuff. How do I roll the damage of the pistol?
So it's 7, but that is armor piercing.
Armor piercing, so ignores armor and toughness. Or ignores armor.
It ignores armor. Yeah.
Ooh, I did really good, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, you did.
So
That's like 20 altogether.
Okay. So roll. Okay.
Die,
Yep.
you little bastard.
So as you see it moving up, you both pull your pistols down and just fire two rounds into it. Both slam into it. One goes through it and out the other side, and it just spitters, and it still momentum takes it up the shaft up towards you guys, and kind of floats up up to you guys, and like bounces off the wall and back down. Now 2 drones are kind of
fucking again.
Is it in recoverable, or either of them in recoverable shape? Because this might be something we bring back to Jata to kind of do a,
Or Dr. Drones.
Oh yeah. I'm just so used to
Not
Jata
that kind of
being a
doctor.
tech guy.
You might be able to pull some stuff off of it, but you'd have to come back and salvage it.
Yeah.
So what else you guys gonna do? You guys are still in the command deck.
Yeah. Why don't?
Yeah. See if there's any power at all to.
And Pierce, you keep an eye on below. Make sure nothing else kind of tries to sneak up on us like that. It'd be like playing the mole in the hole game?
So-
Fun for you.
Whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-mole. Thank you.
Whack-a-mole. Yes, Pierce is going to sit there with whack-a-mole.
Whack-a-drone.
Whack-a-drone. So,
No.
the displays and controls in the command deck are on minimum power, but you can use them to see the systems.
Okay, so what can we pull? Like, what information can we get off about systems? Like, is there anything still active? Because we haven't gone below decks.
All of the systems are functional, but shut down.
And
Like,
there's
manually shut
absolutely
down.
no atmosphere in any part of the ship.
You can't tell that. There's the ship
Oh,
is
okay.
too. In
I
order to
assume
figure that
that
out,
was part of systems.
you'd have to boot it back up. It's essentially all the sensors are shut down, everything's shut down, but you still have access to boot up the power system if you need to.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that with.
That's
you know...
probably a bad idea, but okay.
Oh, wait. Are you doing that?
Probably is, but metagaming, right? They don't know what the PM is, right?
Well, I mean, she'll be like, hey, she'll be relying on you guys to sort of guide her through, like, hey, like, how do I do this properly?
But I mean, like, nobody.
Mark's thought process is it was shut down. It's not shut down by the drones. People are in seats, so they chose to shut it down.
Right. So
They were murdered by drones.
So, like, I mean, none of the characters that we're controlling have watched the Expanse, so they wouldn't know why something that's been turned off.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They wouldn't know why. No, but still,
I
the
think
logic
drones
would
is.
be simple.
Yeah, I think
They
drones
turned
is.
it off.
Drones' response isn't like less of a he's seen the Expanse and more of you have no idea what's going to happen when you turn the ship back on, and it was obviously powered
Okay.
off.
My
Maybe the
logic is
reactor
a
was
dead
of a
ship.
Yeah.
A dead ship isn't shooting at our ship. That's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
So it's up to you.
Well,
Turn it-
I mean-
turn it back on again. Would
Like-
Sloan turn it
like-
back on?
Well, I mean, she would. At the same time, she'd think, like, with these drones around, maybe it'd be better to clear the ship too and make sure there's like nothing in the below decks because there could still be something going on. And also, there was that locked door below. I mean, and of course, if one of them pipes up and say, "Hey, maybe hesitate," she obviously would listen. Like, she's not an expert at this stuff.
Yeah, because they could have turned off the ship because, like, something was critically wrong and it would have blown up the ship if they didn't turn it off.
That's true.
All right, I'm okay checking below decks.
Yeah, let's just go back down and see what's up because they're obviously they're mounting
I would
more
say
drones.
definitely clear the ship first. before
Okay.
you go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna listen to the advice of my crew. That's what a good captain does. Thank you, Spock.
I will say that you've seen the feeds, Mark. You recognize the type of drone that it is.
Oh dear, what type of drone is it?
It's an
Russian military?
infiltration. It's a military infiltration combat drone.
Ooh.
It was used by the Martian military specifically as a means to infiltrate enemy ships, and kind of like as a replacement for boarding. So a drone that could be used to board other ships, and its sole
just
purpose is
wreak havoc.
to not just wreak havoc, but also shut down the systems. Figure out how to shut down the systems and make it go on standby.
Oh, so it would have that capability then.
Yes.
See, I was assuming that the people did that,
Well,
but okay.
Norm-
So then,
normally
no, I
it would have been okay, but
caution
you
against
literally
that.
served in the you literally served in the military, so you would have had experience with this in some way, shape, or form.
So I relay that to the crew, as those are military infiltration drones, and yeah, they're there in place of a boarding party.
So
Awesome.
definitely should not turn the ship on because these might sense us even more and come for us.
We should
Well,
make sure there
like
aren't
I
any
said,
more of
clear the
these.
ship.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I-
For sure.
I ask Mark, generally with these drones, how many are sent on a mission? Like, how many can they expect?
Can I just assume that would be as many as they need plus a couple more?
Yeah, pretty much. One could take on a whole ship, pretty easily.
Yeah.
So 2 is almost too many then.
Well, no, sending too many is military style.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So if 2 is too many, then 4 is definitely right.
All right.
All right, I guess we're gonna head on down, boys.
You can head down to the crew quarters again, or you're gonna head down to the other places.
We're gonna head down
Let's-
past where we've already been, is what I.
Well, there was that locked door in the crew quarters.
There were 6 doors and one was locked. Yeah.
So maybe we should go ahead and take Pierce up on the door opening, his skeleton key shaped like a sledgehammer.
Sure. I'm into it.
Then again, somebody could have holed themselves in there, but they didn't. Oh, sorry, I got a phone call.
All right.
Oops.
All right. So, you guys are gonna go down to the deck, to the. You guys back down to the. Also, let me visualize. And. Have seen. Right here, that you have. So you're going to be down there with them, Sloan?
Yeah, I'm gonna go down with her. But sorry, I was like looking. I was texting my friend to see what she needed.
All right. So, you wanted Pierce to open up the door, right? Or were you gonna have-
Maybe. I'm worried that there's somebody behind it that hold up to protect themselves from the drones. There's that concern. And we can't tell if it's pressurized or not.
I mean, they've been there for like 2 days at least. Wouldn't their oxygen have run out by now?
Unless they're tapped into the ship's oxygen feed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If they did that. I mean, what do you guys think? Like, what's the vote here? Should we open it now, or should we just wait till we go down further?
I say we.
I'm on the bridge. I say open it.
I say we clear the ship of any more hostile drones and then reactivate power and pressurize before we open the door.
Okay, I kind of agree with that, just in case, because it looks like it's based
All right.
on what I'm seeing that it's probably captain's quarters.
All right. So,
It's the
we'll,
safest thing to do.
you guys are going to go down to the next deck. I'll reveal it for you. As you guys climb down the decks, you noticed with this one,
I'm gonna
you see the hold. The crew deck is a cargo hold. It has a larger loading door to hold half dozen crates, all of which are marked with bananas on the side. They're magnetically fastened to the deck. One of them is broken open.
Bananas.
One of them is broken
is it-
open, though.
Is it full of bananas?
No,
Did
it's
the
empty.
drones break out of it? It's empty.
There are two dead people without vac suits, both with gunshot wounds.
Oh God.
Does it look like the container was broken out of or into?
Yeah.
Yeah, is the metal like doing that or doing this?
It looks like someone opened the case, but then it got knocked over.
Okay. What's
So, like,
inside of it? Can we see?
Nothing. There's nothing in there anymore.
Somebody stole whatever was in there. Do we want to try to open up another case, guys?
Do you want a couple more drones to attack you?
No. Can we have is there a way to scan stuff without opening it?
Possibly, but you'd need to have you'd have to have some sort of device, or you'd have to have the manifest to figure out what's actually in there.
Okay, yeah, let's just keep moving. We'll deal with the crates
Can
later.
our ship do any kind of scanning of the other ship?
You can, but it's hard to see because the scans will not penetrate the hull for that reason. You'd have to
Gotcha.
you'd have to kind of like go through like with an X-ray and figure out what's going on inside.
I mean, the reason why Jita stayed on board was because I thought maybe I was able to be more useful there, like with remote tech and stuff, because I've been able
Right.
to do things like move like forklifts and stuff
Yeah,
with
yeah.
tech before.
Yeah, but now
But
like
But
with
everything
no
is
power,
shut down on this on the ship.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like kind of useless. No, not that I meant that in any offense, but yeah, you're useless when it's out of power.
Do you want Jita to come over now?
Yeah, if you want to come over, Jata, that would probably be a wise thing. I can meet you at the airlock.
Okay. Not like
right.
I wanted to come or anything.
And then here, I
Baka.
met you at the airlock. Look at us.
And the moment he leaves the bridge is getting sealed. Just
Alright.
saying.
You guys meet each other. You guys want to come back?
For me.
Sorry.
You guys want to keep going down?
Yeah. Let's see if he can figure anything out with these crates.
All right. Well, I was gonna look for a terminal so I could check the manifest because I don't want to open
Okay.
those crates yet.
All of the power is shut down, so you can't access any terminal from there.
Okay, I started hyperventilating and regret my decision. Regret my decision.
Especially given that the next deck down is he's doing the same thing with the bridge deck. Come on, Jata, let's go.
Oh, what
let's
are you
go
talking
down
about?
there.
Here. I'll reveal more areas that you can see.
I'm like,
See?
you
I
did-
stay for a second first.
See?
Ooh, this room looks fancy. This looks like
Yeah, it's an engineering deck. So, because let me double check this one. Just above the reactor and drive cone. It's yeah. So it's pretty. There's no one dead here. There's nothing here. It just seems kind of barren as you guys climb through.
Mm-hmm.
Is it bad news, Baron?
Bad news.
Ah.
Love you, Baron. So, but it seems kind of empty, and then you hear a magnetic thunk, and you start hearing this, and above you, you see a drone hovering above you, which had magnetically sealed itself to the top of the ship or top of the deck. So, as you guys were coming down, you missed it because it was almost like a disc that's was attached to the ceiling. So
Yeah.
once you sense you guys moving it, so everyone give me a
Initiative.
check.
I learned by going and actually reading my talents that I can roll initiative accuracy.
God, a 9
With
every
accuracy.
time. Every time I get a 9.
Oh, 18. And 5 stump points I can't use and don't count, right?
Only if you have that special skill. Was it like a?
Yeah, it's the expert pistol style, is what allows you to roll initiative with accuracy pistols and use stunt points generated on initiative for pistol stunts.
Oh, right. No, I don't got that. I don't got that.
Every time I get a 9. I don't know what it is with me and 9s on initiative.
I got a 19.
I
Or
got
y'all
an
probably kill
18.
it before I can, so that's good.
So. I was like, where's dog barking on the ship now?
Bark! Bark! The drone's trying to throw us off.
Woof, woof.
So it's Cass is up, then Jata, then the Martian drone, then Pierce, then
What? Cass got 19?
Yep.
me
Yeah.
get
God damn it.
Pierce's initiative.
Bark, bark. I am dog.
18. I
Gosh.
think what's your dexterity, Jata?
I got 19, so it doesn't matter.
Or
Wait, sorry. Oh yeah, I got 18. Sorry, my dex is 10. My dex is 10, I think. One sec. My dex is 2.
Modifier
Sorry,
is 2. Yeah.
my modifier is
okay,
2.
so he would go before you because his dex is 3.
Oh, I was gonna try and catch it.
And Mark and I also both got 9s, so
Yeah, so you guys are after the Martian drone. So Cass, you're up. This thing is floating in front of you.
All right. I am going to both move and shoot because I can do that. My pistol's out this time because I'm no way in hell I was not having Jafar walking around here. So I'm gonna sort of move behind this console-ish, but while I'm moving, I take a shot at it, so I don't have a penalty.
Do it.
Yay! Pistols. Submit.
Sylvia Drasha.
Bam!
Miss.
I miss again.
Now it is Pierce's turn. Pierce
Yes,
is going
Pierce.
to
Roll
move.
20 and save us all.
Yeah. He's going to move
Sledgehammer!
and become the sledgehammer.
Peter Gabriel would be so proud.
Become one with the sledge.
I
Fighting.
wanna be.
Go. Miss. He swings and miss. Jata, you're up.
All right,
Swinging
so I didn't come unprepared because, of course, like during the entire thing, I was watching with Mark, right? So I know it's a Martian drone. So I want to try and see if I can like hack it and
Okay.
stop it, like I have in previous drones before. So what do I do?
Give me a tech check, or because you're gonna have to. It's encrypted. It's obviously hardened and such like that. So you're gonna have to give me an encryption check first to try to hack into it.
Okay, cryptography. And I got a 16.
Okay. So you're able to get into the programming, but it takes you long enough to breaking into the programming that's your turn. So you'll be able to get access more systems next turn.
Okay.
If we don't kill it first.
And it's going to go after. It's going to do something crazy. It is going to essentially leap at Pierce with its stun baton.
It's gonna try and smash his face open the way he did that lady in the inside on the
Yep.
other floor.
Get the flex tape ready.
Yeah.
In the Expanse universe, the flex tape guy is some kind of like billionaire god.
But he can't hit Pierce because Pierce has ungodly defense, I think. His defense is 13. So yeah, he missed. And then it is Sloan's turn, or Mark's turn. Mark, what do you want to do?
I'm going to continue to watch.
Okay.
I'm used to them.
Sloan, what are you going to do?
He gets
I'm gonna shoot him.
Shoot him with your pistol. Do it.
Let's shoot him. He's a bad boy.
Miss.
13. God, we're just
Cass, you're
terrible
up.
today.
I am up. I am going to move between cover spots so
With
that I
style.
can take another shot.
In low
no
G.
penalty.
Just
Yes.
juice, turn off the boots. Fly.
Yeah, I kick
shoot.
off the wall.
Kick the boots, you know? Go ahead.
All right, and I get my free aim modifier because of tracer rounds. Yay! Okay, and whoops, wrong chat. 2 computers make this hard.
Yeah. You hit.
Ooh.
Roll me some damage.
Before I never mind. Changing that would not would cost all my points. Okay. Damage time. Armor piercing damage. Submit. 7
Okay.
armor piercing.
7 armor piercing. Okay. Okay. It's able to soak up most of the damage. It definitely causes sparks to fly off of it as it goes through the armor and just cracks it open. But it is able to kind of survive most of the most of that fight. Now it is Pierce's turn, who's going to once again sledgehammer.
Give me that 20, boy. Give me that 20. Or
What's your 20?
16,
Oh,
he
that's
hits.
still good.
And he's going to do 5 damage. But he seems like as he hits it, he slams into it and it bounces off the armor, not doing any damage. It seems not to do a lot of damage when he hits. Now it is your turn, Jita.
I will continue with trying to disarm it, turn it off, that kind of thing. Make
you
it
want to
ours.
disarm? Do you want to disarm it or turn it off?
I want to turn it off.
Okay. Give me a tech check.
Tech check. Initiate. That wasn't me.
Sorry.
It's cool.
Sorry, I need to. This thing keeps
Okay.
15.
bojangling.
All right, so you're able to get through some of the systems and start turning them off, but the bullet that like lodged itself inside the drone has fucked up some of the systems, so it's harder for you to kind of hack into it. You think you could probably do it next round if you did as good as last time.
Right on.
Now it's his turn, and it's going to go after him one more time. This time he's just going to shoot him. It's going to hit. Nine damage, and I think he's able to soak up most of that.
Yeah, his toughness was pretty good.
Plus his armor, because he's got medium armor, so
Yeah.
I think he has. Yeah, he just loses one fortune point. That's it. So bullet kind of like
All right.
ricochets off of his
Armor's a
armor.
thing.
Yeah, he has medium Martian armor, Martian marine armor.
Yeah, I forgot that armor values were a thing, so I have even more.
Yeah. So next up is Sloan. You're up. You're muted.
Okay, now am I good now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, sorry, I couldn't see my screen to do it. I'm gonna shoot it, baby.
Shoot it.
Shooty patooty.
Shoot the potato.
Shoot her. Shoot. You hit. Roll me some damage.
Ah. Fuck you, drone. Not you, drones.
Oh shit. Okay.
Suck it.
Nope. All right. So you fire and it just wings through its casing. It sputters out and then just kind of floats there.
I killed it. Did I kill
You
it?
killed it. You killed it.
I killed a thing, guys. I'm Ba-da-ba-da. Oh my god, my other D&D group, we do that every time. Something good happens.
I was this close to having it.
Pierce looks at you. Looks at you, Sloan, and goes, "Nice," with a thumbs up, like, "Good job, kid."
and I just get on the comms to Jatan. I go, "Sure you were, buddy."
Oh my gosh.
What
What a bitch. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Wow.
Do you guys wanna? What do you guys want to do now? This thing is dead.
I want to scan the room. I mean the drone room. If I was able to hack into that drone, can I check to see if like there is electronics in there somehow? Like if it'll respond to like my hand terminal?
Nothing is pinging up in your hand terminal. There is no more electronic signals that you can see in this room.
All right.
There does seem to be some systems you can see active that's responding back to your like ping. But it seems to be coming from the
locker
crew quarters. The locker room.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the thing would be to use, but is there any way of like to for my character to think where these drones could have come from? Like how, if they didn't come from these boxes, how do they infiltrate the ship?
There is no signs of infiltration.
Okay. Well, I tell the rest of the crew that are on the ship at the moment through the comms that it's all clear in the cargo, apart from all these bananas. There is one signal coming from the crew quarters.
Signal, like what kind of signal?
Electronic. I can't tell you other than that.
Okay.
Hyperphonic electronic.
That's probably that room that we couldn't get into. All right. Okay, do we continue down or do we go back up there?
That's as far as down as it goes. That's the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
I may need to bow out. I have a prior commitment.
We can call it
I
here,
think
and then we'll
I
come
think
back
drones
to it.
has to go
Yeah.
too as well.
So, yeah, I wanted to get through this, but you guys were like, you guys are almost going to the door, or are you going to do this? I'm like, oh, we can do one or the other. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us here tonight. If you guys.